evening. It is, excuse me, March 3rd, 2026. This is our, what do you call it? This is our beach and transfer station workshop starting at 5:33 p.m. So I don't need to call for order on this one, so let's just dive right into it. Excuse me.
Okay, so last time we talked about this, we talked about the beach passes, which is the same, it's the same sticker for the beach and the transfer station.
Yep.
But people were coming up to the town hall and buying up to like 10 of them. So we had talked about if you pay taxes in the town of Sebago, then you get 2 free.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought we had said we're not selling $10 ones anymore.
That's a bad idea.
So, okay, so then we got into the topic of people that have cabins, like the Submarinos, people up at this end of the town that they rent cabins.
Yeah.
So we talked about giving them the hanging things, like you do campground type.
Like a business,
Yeah,
like with businesses.
And they're dated, right?
and they're dated.
We should say written right on them who they were issued to.
It says their last name or whatever it is, yes, and then it has a date span. It's like when you go to a campground and you hang it on your rearview mirror. So that's what we had decided, but then we got into further discussion of, well, what about if someone only owns land, or why should they be using
If
the
they're paying
dog?
taxes.
So
If they're paying
I go
taxes.
with it. If they're
Yeah.
paying taxes, then they should get 2 passes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
I
So
agree.
we have a problem up in North Sebago with this. There are 21 apartments at Goodwin's Lodge. They're all paying $1,500 to $2,000 a month rent. The taxes up there are over 20 grand. And one of the tenants came up and was told, I guess there's 3 of them living in the apartment. They got 2, and the third one, because the father moved in, they told him that he had to pay $10 for it. So I guess that would be, that's consistent. So, you know, I was gonna have a problem with that, but now we're talking it through.
Well, those are the situations that we have to talk about, because we're saying taxpayers, so you're the taxpayer, they are not, they're renters.
So you get like the.
So you have the seasonal renters, and then you have,
These are permanent residents.
These are
yeah, no, I
residents.
get it, but you have the seasonal renters, and then you have the one, like you do, you have people that rent all year round.
But, like,
Residents.
I think though, Richard, like if they're renting, there's a chance they're gonna move out of town, so, and just saying, if it did happen, it would probably be easier to give your renters, have like, for renters, like of these big places like that, have them hanging ones, I would think, would just have a decent hanging one for them, and then, that way, if they leave town, they're not hauling trash here, and the reason why we should get away from the $10 thing is because if we started selling them at $10 a piece, it's not so, the beach, yeah, there's not gonna be no place to park cars down there. There's probably too many people down there that don't have land or nothing in Sebago already. But where your transfer station, that's where you're gonna see it, because you could potentially, say I remember they said it could buy up to 10 for $10. They say everybody bought 10, you could basically take our bulky waste and our, you know, MSW and all that stuff, and times that times 10, and see what that does to our tax dollars. It could increase that much by
Okay.
10, you know.
So we just said, for taxpayers, they get 2 free passes.
Yep.
For seasonal, we're doing the hanging. For full-time renters, do we want to do hangers, or do we want to do stickers? Okay, because a lot of those full-time renters, and you just made a good point, is they are registered voters as well.
Yep,
Well,
that's fine.
the average tenant at Goodwin's Lodge lasts 2.5 years.
Yep.
The longest one lasted 11.5 years. That doesn't mean we don't have some that come and go in 6 months.
Yeah, so how
That's
do
not the
we,
business that we cater to.
No,
how do we know that these people are full-time renting in Sebago? I know they can bring a CMP bill, and they can say, I'm renting.
I'm sure that's
So-
what they do.
Is that,
We need something.
Okay.
We need to do anything, we need something that
They all have,
links,
they all have their own calendars.
that links. them.
what does your is it a year lease that you generally do, or is it?
Right, yeah.
Yep, I was just curious.
but the pass lasts for a
So-
year as well.
Yep,
So I think
Might
they
be
should
That's
get,
their
fine.
own beach.
Stickers is fine.
I think, yeah, but I think they should get a sticker for the dump.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree with that. No.
I think they should
They're
too.
permanent.
They have their own beach. My
Yeah.
people have
They
their
live here, they're
150.
residents.
They have their own
Yes, I
beach.
get
They're
you.
not
I'm
gonna
just
have-
trying to document this so it's simple, so we're
Right.
not, oh, this here, right?
And it used to be that it wasn't every year, they were several years, and then you got a different sticker. For a
Yeah.
while there, we did it that way. But I
Okay.
forgot we're doing it every year
So
now.
Do
they
we
get-
have a problem at the town beach? I mean, I think about how many
Yes.
Sure.
Airbnbs there are.
So,
I'm more concerned about the town beach.
The
Yeah.
problem
Right.
down
For-
there is policing it, I think.
That,
Do we
and,
have overcrowding on the beach?
yeah,
Well,
Who
I,
make these
that's,
tables?
that's
And we ain't
something
got
else
much
we
of
need
a
to talk
beach.
about. So, okay, we got this down, now we have to talk about the people that want more than two. So
Uh,
what are we doing with them?
I remember I had brought up like Anderson's, they have several trucks.
Mm-hmm,
And I know they all, some of them have residents, some of them don't, but businesses like that, I think they should be able to, for every registered vehicle in the town, they should be able to get a sticker for their vehicle.
And I do believe that was noted in the minutes,
I thought
that the
so.
businesses would be able to have unlimited
And Kurt,
based,
I don't know how many vehicles you
based on
got.
their vehicles.
so if they have
I
three
agree with
vehicles registered to
They're
that
registered
household, they
vehicles.
should get three passes?
No, meaning business, yes, like if Kurt
Kurt has three
Christensen's
utility
Custom
trucks, yeah.
Builders,
Right.
Yeah.
or the
Because
Andersons.
he doesn't know which truck he's gonna be
No.
on Tuesday, he
Yeah.
needs to take a
Right.
load
He
in
might
to be
need-
able to.
Yes.
So at the lodge, we have 2 pickup trucks because if the plow breaks down, you gotta have a spare.
Yep,
So we got 2
Same
pickup
thing.
trucks, I drive a van, and Annette drives an Avalon, so that's 4 stickers going
Yeah.
to.
Okay, but
We
you're,
have extra cars after that, but they don't need stickers.
you're a business though, so if we do what you register at the town hall for your business, then you get one per vehicle.
yeah.
Okay, but now we have to go back to, do you remember the man that came last year that brings a different car to Sebago every week?
Yeah, the rent, that, yeah.
Oh, that's right, he
Do you
flies
remember?
in and he
So
rented
I
one.
think for that circumstance, something
Hanger.
along that line, do a hanger. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Couldn't we just offer them, which would you prefer? You want one that sticks, you want one that?
Well, if he's
No.
just renting a vehicle
No.
every time he comes, flies in and gets a different vehicle every time, you don't wanna be sticking a sticker for town of
I'm
Sebago
a
on a
hanger.
rental vehicle.
Yeah.
You just give him a hanging one.
Yeah, because the stickers cost.
I think
They're not
it's,
cheap.
I think it's all common sense anyways, I
They're
think
not cheap.
that
No.
this isn't rocket science, you
So
know?
has there been any abuse this year? That's my question for
Any
you.
abuse?
Well, yeah, I mean, I know when we first started all this back in the fee time,
Yeah.
there was a lot of tip-top people coming in and just cashing it out. Yep, I got 10 rentals, here we go. Boom, 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 boom.
Absolutely. And we have that, so
You do have that.
from July 1 until today,
Mhm.
we haven't closed out, so I'll say as of yesterday, we have sold 224 additional
Oh, wow.
stickers.
Wow, see, when that's gonna be,
But,
It's not though, it
but
doesn't
if
offset
you
it though.
think,
Overuse as well.
right, and
when
these,
it's gonna be dangerous is days like that we have, the town has their big bulky
Jesus.
waste day or recycling days when
Right.
we're hitting fees with
but here
astronomical
would be
prices.
something else, possibly to look at, to see what our tipping fees have been, to see if there's been an increase based off of additional ticket sales.
Yeah,
I know a lot of it in July we sold, there were a lot in June, July, August, and then into September for people wanting to use the beach.
Yeah.
And that's the complaint that we get
Yep.
in the town office that, I'm a resident here, I cannot even access the beach.
That's the biggest,
correct. You got-
I probably bought, I don't know what I bought, 5 to 10
For your renters.
for our renters. None of them ever went to the dump.
no one
So
to
they
beach.
Well, let
was
me-
all, it was just, and probably hardly any of them went to the beach.
Yeah.
But they wanted the ability, maybe they might have went to the beach by
Yeah.
canoe or maybe a couple
Well,
went by car.
so
but-
You
those-
got, we look, to me, you look at it like, you have lakefront property, and so don't you, Richard, all you guys do except me, but, but
So
the
what do you wanna
truth,
say?
what the truth is you pay a premium in taxes, you deserve what you need for stickers.
Yeah,
That's
but-
how I
don't-
feel about it.
I don't, and I could be wrong, but I don't think people are buying, and like I said, I could very well be wrong, I don't think people are coming and buying those tickets to bring them.
So,
To me, I
Very-
think, you gotta be careful, the only time you gotta really be careful is
So
on
how are
bulky
you
waste days.
documenting the additional ones?
I-
That would be, because I know for mine,
we.
it's my license plate.
Yeah, so we have a spreadsheet.
Okay.
When we started it, anyone that comes in, we do their name, their license plate. This year, when we renewed, anyone that is a re-up or has purchased an additional, we highlight in a different color. That's how we keep track.
Okay.
So should the additional ones have been hanging tags if they're for rentals?
Well, so
So
here's the
I
thing, sometimes they'll tell us they're renters, sometimes they won't.
Well, then you need to ask them what they're for.
Well, we do,
Yeah.
and then people don't want to pay for if someone's renting their camp for a week, ask Bobby Joe, they don't want to pay it every week.
Well,
Maybe they
to
shouldn't.
me, maybe you should just have them, they
Well,
hold on to the
If
tag
they
and
have
then
the
they give.
hanging
I'm
ones,
gonna
They-
say, why can't you write Christensen, put the address of the property they're writing,
And
and
then
then
just give
that's his pass for the summer.
And then laminate them or
If
something, and
it's a
then
hanging one, that makes sense.
Right.
It's a hanging one, the hanging one's no good at the dump.
Right.
So
Yes,
if some,
it is.
It is
should
good.
be.
no, I'm saying it shouldn't be.
It
If
should,
it's
yeah,
just-
like,
If it's just
define
for
it.
renters.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think,
The
do
renters
you
have to
think
throw trash
people,
away too.
do you
You have
think
a
people-
lobster party, you have 24 lobsters, you crack that open and you got garbage buckets full on Tuesday. By Thursday morning, that stuff's pretty ripe and it's attracting attention from bees and bugs.
I think,
No, no,
I think
right.
you're talking difference between Airbnb and actual
Right.
yeah,
rentals.
but I
Right,
don't.
like a
so-
weekly rental people, they don't go to the dump. I do.
Yeah, well, that's, yeah.
You would go to the dump
Yeah.
if you were just renting weekly.
I think,
No, I wouldn't, no, I would leave it up to my landlord.
See, you're smarter than I am.
So, anyway,
I think that we should have, for rent, like
Can we date
Airbnb
them?
and people like that, they should have a laminated hanging tag
And so
that
should,
can go back to.
Laminated. I
Yeah,
think
but
it could be a
if-
hanging
If
tag.
Why
you
can't we-
figure everybody, you keep giving it to people and getting it back and giving it to people, giving it back, and then it should go back to the Kurt.
Should stay at the Airbnb.
It should
Yeah.
stay at
Oh, yeah.
the
why
residence.
wouldn't we have those cut from a heavy gauge plastic
Or something.
and printed?
so,
What happens
so
if
here's
it's
a,
left in their vehicle when they leave?
Say it again.
For the short-term renters, when they go home, not everyone remembers these minor details. What happens if they leave it in their car and take it home with them?
Kurt is gonna
The
charge
the
them.
Airbnb person charges you $10.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kurt's gonna charge him $10 because he has to go
Yeah,
get
And
another
they'll,
one.
if someone did that, they'd put it in the mail and ship it back.
Kurt, you charge them 20 because it costs you 10 if they do that.
You take a security deposit
You
on
make
it,
10.
come for a week, $1,000.
So then this
And you
would
tell them,
change,
if you
this would
forget to
change your
leave
process.
The trash pass, it's $150.
That's right.
And when you tell them that, they won't
The
forget.
date, right?
What they do with hotel keys.
And if
So-
they do, they'll send it to you.
I mean, I know we can't make any motions now,
No.
so
No.
is it gonna be,
It's in the, we
is
have
it
it in
gonna
there.
be $10 per hang tag for the
Yep.
whole entire season?
Yep, I think, I mean, they pay taxes.
And what do we wanna do, 50 for a replacement or put some teeth in
If
it?
they
So-
if they lose it, because let's face it, lose it.
Well, no, I don't, I mean, losing it, it
I
could,
think 25 for a replacement because we're
50.
gonna have to pay the cost.
50. Make
I
it
think-
hurt.
Yeah,
so if
put
Kurt,
some teeth in it.
say you have 10 rentals, you're just gonna buy 10 hang tags for the year, it's gonna cost you $10.
$100.
No, I buy one or two hanging tags.
Well, if you have
And-
5, say you have 10 rentals, you're gonna buy 1 hang tag per
For each,
rental.
for each one.
For
Right.
each one.
For each week. Why can't I
No,
just-
they're saying only 1 hang tag for your whole entire season.
You're gonna have, you're gonna
Yeah, why
have,
wouldn't that, and that stays at the.
At their cabin.
right,
At the cabin.
Yeah.
Stays on the hook.
yeah.
And when they wanna go to the beach, they take it to the beach and
Yeah.
they leave it there. The next week, the people come in and.
I think what we're
It's
looking
really
at,
the tag's made up to me, not.
I think what
Right.
we're looking at
Right.
is
I think
Yeah.
you're
the
exactly
people that are
right.
buying these group, bunch of them for like renters and
They are.
Airbnb.
They are.
We gotta have it communicated well enough to them that they understand that it's costing and make it so it's very clear with when they're renting it and in their policy that has to stay there. And that's just
So you
simple.
can also go back and validate that Kurt owns, what, 272,
Well, that-
292?
And
So-
then just $5,000 for each replacement.
But I mean, you can validate that
talking
these people asking
paving
for
roads
these additional passes actually own 4 residences, that they're an Airbnb.
Yeah, we just have to have a spreadsheet open,
road
then
paved.
have to go
Oh,
into
who's your-
Yeah,
our, so just know in the summertime, when there's 13 people waiting in the alcove, you know, maybe have those business owners come to us at the beginning of the season.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not, we
Because
shouldn't
we-
come to you in the middle of the summer to do that.
But we
should
do, we
that
have
in-
people that come,
Once tax bills go out,
May.
tax bills go out mid-August to the second week in September.
oh, I thought there was a 2 rounds, I thought.
No, we only send
there's
one,
two.
it's a
There's 2
script,
payments.
yeah.
But don't we get the names and addresses of everybody who is doing the Airbnb?
We do not, we don't have an ordinance, we don't, there's no short-term rental. And nobody, because they don't need to do that here in the town.
I was thinking if there was some database by which you would say, look, guys, please don't wait until July 4th to come in for your tags.
Right, but we don't know who is Airbnb or Vibro or who, I mean, we know, you know, down at SK&K, he has his
Yeah.
cabins. And there are ones that we know,
He's
but
got a dumpster though, I wonder if he uses that for, he
Yeah,
probably
no,
uses
he
it for
likes
the-
it,
He likes the
for the
beach.
beach.
Yeah.
All of his renters.
And you can name his like Severino, and he's got his cabins named.
Yeah,
Right,
Right.
Do
right,
they use the town beach?
Yeah,
yes.
they do.
a lot of people
Yeah,
do.
pay
The
taxes.
town beach is something that definitely needs a huge improvement because there's a lot of people in town and there's a lot more than there used to be. And there's not much of a beach there anymore and there's not much for parking system. It's like that project, the beach committee, that's gonna have to be a well thought out project. And it's gonna have to start right at the beginning of the Marina Road and go all the way down and have it
Okay, so
set
let's,
up.
let's finish this
And-
topic.
Right,
Yeah.
and Bobby Joe.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just really.
Most of these 224 stickers that we have given out, basically, I'm gonna say more than half is for beach use, am I correct?
3/4.
3/4
Oh,
is
wow.
for, right.
Okay.
So then we don't want to sell any more ticket, well, once we talk about this in the
Yeah.
meeting,
Right,
we would we would move to the tags, and they would be to the taxpayer, and it would have the address of what they're renting.
only the businesses.
Yeah,
And it would be the businesses that we only have listed in the town that are registered businesses with us.
Yep.
Because if someone comes to me and says, I have an Airbnb on Anderson Road, well, we'll go and see if your business is listed with code, which we know it's not because no one lists their
Yeah.
Airbnb. Do we then deny them those stickers?
This is gonna be World War III.
It
You
is.
guys don't get it.
No, they don't.
These people are gonna wanna rip our heads off over these hang tags.
Which they
If someone
do.
comes in and
Because
says they
nobody's
have an
registered
Airbnb,
with
that-
us.
I'm sorry.
Nobody's registered with us for businesses.
Yeah.
There's no ordinance, so there's no registered businesses.
So it sounds
barely
like
anybody.
you might need to work on an ordinance.
100%.
So-
Work on that ordinance.
Why
These
wouldn't you
people
have
get
it?
Nasty. These people
They
get ugly.
do. We
Well,
have one.
that's not what we're looking for. I don't wanna see people
Well,
coming in and
it's a
wanting.
public,
It already
I mean,
is.
technically, it's a public, it's not a public beach.
You're right.
It's a private beach
For the residents.
for the residents. So we can
That's
we
right.
can
Yeah,
be
but-
stern about how we
Maybe-
handle it.
So
Maybe
does
that's what we
that,
have to
does
do.
that mean no hang tag for renters?
Well, why wouldn't you, if somebody comes in to get a hang tag for their Airbnb, then say, okay, yes, you can have a hang tag, but you need to register your Airbnb
We
with the
don't
town.
have the ordinance.
We don't-
in
we
that.
can't
You
make-
can't, you
You
can't,
can't just say you're
No.
gonna make a directory
No.
of the
Not
Airbnb.
an
Gotta be an
Airbnb.
No, it
No,
would have
we
to be
can't
an
enforce it
ordinance.
unless we have an ordinance.
Right.
So, wait a second, there's something else we need to take into consideration. Scarborough Beach, down at the end of Black Point, and Ferry Beach, when there are no parking spaces, they just close the entryway.
Mhm.
And that's gonna have to happen in Sebago, even if we use residents only, because Sebago Beach is supposed to be
Don't we have a sign there for that?
residents only.
Residents
The downside
only.
And anybody else who wants to
enforcement.
go to the beach can pay Nason and go to the beach.
Right.
The biggest downside of that is we don't have enforcement.
We don't.
Right.
And
Okay,
Scarborough
but that's-
does.
that
That's
again,
that's
another
outside
topic,
of.
but we're gonna
Well-
talk about that,
No,
but let's
it's not
finish this
really.
topic.
Like Scott says, the beach is not big enough to support everybody who wants to have
No,
an
it-
Airbnb and send their.
The only good card that we have in our hand is we own the land going down there
Yeah,
on both sides.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Yes.
not on your side, Kurt, but both sides of the road going into the road, we own that.
So
Area.
just briefly, I don't think too many people are gonna come and ask for an air tag, hang tag for their Airbnb if they don't have any.
Well, we have a gentleman that is down at the beach that, correct me if I'm wrong, that owns a dog, that we just found out owns a dog. He comes and gets at least 20 hang tags a
Whoa,
summer.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
He
Wait a
owns
second.
a dog?
Owns a dock where?
We rent slips to it.
Oh,
He rents
that dock right in the
slips.
cove. that-
And little did we know that.
Oh, the one with the porch?
Does he,
The
Down
does
that-
airplane used to be, right?
Does
Right
he own
across the
land?
way?
Yeah. So
So
no,
you
that,
can't give them to dock renters.
no, you can't.
Oh, you
If
can't
he
do
doesn't
that.
own land, you
Well,
can't give it to him.
This is
How do
a
we
new
enforce that,
summer, but
right?
how do we,
Right.
hence the reason we're doing it right.
Because if it's in the
He wants
water,
to-
that don't mean he owns
He
land
wants
in
to give a
Sebago, that's.
beach pass
He does,
and a
he
dump
owns that.
pass to
He
somebody
does.
else.
Little airplane
Rents
used
it
to
to-
be
no.
stored.
Oh.
Big
No.
place up on.
Right,
Yeah,
we,
okay.
we
Right next to the
just,
town's
we
property.
found
Yep.
this out after the summer,
Yeah,
and we were like, hot diggity dog.
yeah.
So
I
wait a
mean,
second. He
so
can't
again,
come up
it's
here
a
running
paid-
to-
It's a
For
private,
them.
it's a private beach for
Commercialize.
residents, and that's the, I think
Well,
that's
he's
your
running
line.
Sounds like there
business here
needs to be
that's
an
not
ordinance
licensed.
somewhere,
Yeah,
somewhere down
I
the
think
path.
that ordinance, I think before we figure out exactly what we're doing with these passes, we have to get an ordinance in place. I know it's a
Yes, he's
tiny
biting
thing,
the
but-
MS
I think
dog.
we
Yes,
should
you
do
are
this
correct,
and then-
Phil.
Upstream from that dock.
I know, but you gotta have
Seems to
teeth
me
behind
he's
It's
it.
a
running a
pri- it's a
business
private
that he's
beach
not
for
approved
residents.
for.
I get that.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, the
Okay.
other question is,
Actually,
is
that
it
parking
time to
spot's
separate
so
the beach
then-
from the dump?
So then
You gotta be
let's,
careful with
That's-
parking
that's a
down
very
there
good
too, cause
question.
that's a
I think
lot of
that-
access for the fire department.
Yeah.
Is it time to separate
I
the
know,
stickers
there's a lot of
Yes.
from
access
being beach
that's-
and
this has to be
transfer?
open.
Yes.
We're gonna figure out this
Okay.
conversation.
All right,
That's
that's
a lot
a
of
that's a
source.
good question.
what was the question?
Is it time to separate beach and transfer use from these tags?
I
think
think
It
that's
was
gonna-
recently, wasn't it, separate,
that's
not
gonna
too long
double.
ago?
I don't ever.
No.
It's
Yeah,
not-
but how does that work, how does that work for,
It's never
if I
been-
pay taxes?
It's never been separate, I
So
don't
if
think.
you pay taxes, when you come in,
Yep,
you would get a beach sticker,
Stickers.
and then you would get a transfer sticker, that's good for the transfer and the mountain.
Stickers were fairly new, we never had stickers back a lot of years
When
ago.
was that?
No, they asked how could we do it?
Oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to separate the beach and the dump.
I do
Because a lot
agree.
of people who use,
It's gonna be
everybody
more
uses
work
the
on
dump.
our end, but I think it
I'm not
will,
worried about the work.
I'm worried about the
These-
people.
These people get nasty with us.
they do,
But
but it's,
the
it's
beach
okay.
is.
Time to
supposed
hire a
be for
bouncer.
residents only.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'm
There
hired,
you go.
I know,
I'll do it.
but that's,
Trust me, I don't mind bouncing.
but that's what it needs to be, is the town beach is for the residents, it's not for every renter that you're making money on. We have this argument all the time on our beach.
So if you're not, if
It's-
you're
So
not
there,
signed up to
so
vote here,
that's it.
you're not a
No,
You
resident.
don't get a,
Exactly.
you don't get a sticker.
Yeah,
And then
And
they wanna
we-
give them to their family and.
But
they
then
wanna
you're
give
gonna
them to
run
their
into
kids.
some
No,
people
no,
that
don't live here.
they
If
come
your
up
car's
in the
not
summer,
registered here, you
they
do
own
not have a
property
business.
on the
That's
lake.
exactly.
That's
If
my
they
They
home.
own property on the
that's a
lake, you
good-
got
no,
private
they-
ownership.
If your car
that's,
registered here, is it up to date on your registration, you can get a beach pass.
Yes.
Anybody else in your family, I'm sorry, you got a carpool.
yeah,
Right,
That's what I got,
Yeah.
that's.
same,
because
we,
it's-
yeah.
And that would save
But
us
like
on parking down there
Audettes.
too.
Well, no, I
That's the
think that's
farmhouse.
exactly what it
They're,
is. If
they're
you're
registered
saying,
voters in
every
Connecticut, but
person
they
in
own
town
a
gets two
land in
passes.
Sebago, pay
That's it.
taxes
Right.
like
Your
Wazoo.
vehicles need to be registered.
So
Yeah.
they've got.
Yes,
they've got-
exactly.
Oh, this
okay.
vehicle isn't on the
It's on
road,
Robertson Hill.
but,
Yeah, no.
but.
it's not on the road, then
You
that's,
can say they
you
can't have a
Right.
know,
beer
you don't need a
garden
pass for it,
in
right?
town.
If you're not-
So I
you gotta
agree.
make- gotta
I
draw the line
agree with
someplace,
that.
Scott.
Okay, I get it, but
So then I think we need to move
but
on
if you own land,
to,
you can't take a service away from the taxpayer, I don't think.
well,
Paying
how,
taxes here in
how,
the town.
how,
This is
wait.
gonna be thought
wait,
through
wait,
very
wait, yeah, I was gonna
carefully.
say, we can't, because, I'm just gonna call it, sportsmen's on, they have rentals,
yeah,
and
Yes.
Paul pays taxes.
so we have
So-
a, we have a
They
solution
have a
for
beach
that.
right at the end of the street.
No, no,
No,
but
we-
what I'm saying
Did they
is,
go on to a different
it-
topic?
I know someone mentioned about a registration, blah, blah, blah. So, I just,
That's residential that you're talking, but it's Paul and
Paul,
Sportsman's, we
there's-
talked about Angie tax.
Yes,
right,
For
the
each
other
hang
tags
tags,
would be for
just like
Paul,
Kurt.
That
would be
makes sense.
for, would be for Kurt, but these people with Airbnbs, I'm sorry, was that my understanding that in Airbnb, are we gonna give them stickers when they're
I think
renting?
the person that owns a home should get the, like Kurt's an Airbnb, if he's an
Yeah.
Airbnb, he gets a sticker for his cabins. Not the Airbnb person that comes in, it's the
Oh,
owner's.
no, it goes to
Goes to the
Kurt and it
home.
has an
Yeah,
Goes to the
address.
it goes to the
homeowner.
taxpayer.
Stays in that Airbnb.
Yeah, that
But if
makes perfect
someone
sense.
comes to us and says,
I
we
rent.
own an Airbnb, okay, I don't know what you, How do I
Well, you
verify
can say,
and
where's
who
your,
am I?
where's your address?
Yeah, but you can't own
Well, you,
an
they own the
Airbnb. Thank
property.
you. You own the
Oh, Kurt
property.
They own
owns
the
an
property,
Airbnb.
so if
No,
they came
So if
in,
they
You
own
work
the
with
property,
Airbnb, you
they
don't
get
own
a
it, you own your
regular
property.
sticker.
I own the house.
You own the
Right.
house and you go through an Airbnb.
Broker.
Yeah.
but if
company.
they,
Jordan Realty.
Right, whatever.
That's it.
All right, so, yeah, so he would get this ticket, not Jordan's.
So Kurt, are your places
What does
got
Jordan
frontage
say
on the
when they
river?
rent out?
Yes.
no,
So-
good.
Jordan
Yeah,
does a lot of
frontage.
rentals.
He buys them for
I
each
bought
week,
like 10
Jordan's
last
does,
year, and
correct?
that was my,
Yes.
I
So
didn't
he
know it
comes
was
each
bad, but I'm
week?
like, why
He
should I buy
does.
10?
I mean,
Why
yeah,
can't you give
people
me
come
one
every week, but,
that's good?
yeah.
For all of them.
Well, you
Well,
own frontage on the river.
So if this
you own
person is
frontage on the
telling you
river,
they
put it in a dock,
Airbnb
and there
their
you go.
house every
You
week,
can't keep it from putting it in
Can we
the dock.
you could
No, no,
document
but these
that, you
people
can
want to
highlight
be-
it.
They wanna paddle over the beach.
document it as an
Yeah.
Airbnb.
And if
they make
that
sense,
it's
they need a-
it's but put it in the
I
owner's
mean,
name
yeah.
with the address.
Or a sticker.
So what we're hearing is
that-
that the beach is overused. They're
Undersized.
supposed to be
Are the
for
rentals
residents
coming
only.
up, or is the
Well,
owners?
I live right across from, I look at that beach every
Well, the renters
single
can't come up.
day. At least
How,
morning, maybe not at noon, but morning and evenings. And
it's nuts.
no, it's not nuts.
I never
I
see
can
it.
look over there on
I
the
never
4th
see
of
it
July
around
and
here.
see 10 people.
Oh, well,
It depends on how the
Depends,
beach is.
depends if the boats
Like
come
the
in.
last few years when the beach ain't been there, it's,
Well,
If-
the
if the beach-
parking is the big spot.
Parking is
Parking's
the
a
big-
problem.
You could fill that beach with, I'm just using a number, 100 people, and it wouldn't be overcrowded.
that all boils down to how
But
we set it up.
couldn't park
100 people.
even, yeah, you couldn't park 100 people, even if it was only
It's the
50 cars, two
But
per
the
car.
problem is
That-
the people who are parked in boat trailers.
That's
exactly
what
They
right.
need to park
Yeah,
up
that's a
above.
problem.
And the problem is,
Yeah.
the problem is they can't line the sides of the roads either, because that's an access for the fire department.
Yeah.
So that's.
And rescue, safety issues, you can't. It's,
No, but
like
they
I
got that
say,
whole parking lot up.
like I
above.
say, the whole thing has to start at the end of the marina, and it has to be built correct. And once you build a beach there that's worth going to, there'll be a lot of people there. But then we should do something
figure
with
out where they're
we
gonna
should
park.
make a parking lot and probably pave it in the future, and then have it lined and have parking spots and plenty ample boat parking. We have enough room to have ample, we build a parking lot, a big one.
Plenty of room.
An
So let's,
overflow.
but let's talk
So-
about the situation like it is today, so then you,
Paul-
Could do
Paul
that, as
will
long as
come
they got
in.
enough room.
There is.
Widen it, I mean,
Oh,
there
Paul
is.
There is
Severino.
on most of it.
Severino will come in
Just as long as fire trucks and
Right.
ambulance.
and ask for 10 tickets.
That's why I say.
But he's gonna
when
get
I said
hanging for
that
each
I
cabin,
know
yeah.
We would give
when
him
you start at the
hanging,
end of Marina,
and we would
work.
charge him $10
Yeah.
for those hanging,
It's an
Yeah.
expensive
Tags.
each
project.
one, yep.
each one.
Grant would work.
Kurt would come in, ask for
What you
5,
should
Can you
do
guys
is-
would be
listen?
charged $10, we charge him $50.
Okay, so then we also have the issue that we started to talk about of people using the beach that aren't supposed to be down there.
Yep.
So there was a man, when the lake went low, he has a sightseeing or something of fishing. He was there every day.
Oh, yeah, he was
Rode
putting his boat in.
All his people that he was taking out were parking there.
Yep.
So I
Can't have
know we have 2 employees that we normally have at the beach.
Need to sign
They
it.
need to check stickers. We need to make sure the people that are actually using that beach are allowed to be using that beach.
It's training
That's
and,
what I
and
said.
far as,
Oh.
it's training, there is, we do have parking ordinances.
Yep,
And it's training and it's enforcement, but bottom line is ordinance would help with this. And also, like up here, it would clear up the fighting, and I'm sure if there's somebody that's giving you guys a hell of a problem,
I mean,
John will come out and
We're
speak with
moving-
it.
Well,
but
no,
we're-
we
no,
just-
we're moving on to this other
Right.
topic.
I'm
We're looking
still
at-
talking about the other one.
I know, but we moved on, but we were talking about, so we had 2 employees last summer. Did they, June, July, August?
Get big ones, they're
So
scary.
we need
Yes.
June, July, August, September into October. I think we need
Yes.
somebody to work 2 people.
Okay, that's,
And they need to monitor, I know there was a milfoil person down there, I don't know if we hired him.
but we do
That's
not,
us
they're
stakes.
provided
Okay, that
by
was the,
LEA.
okay.
LEA.
But we need somebody, we need 2 people, we need people there monitoring so people know people are watching that beach
That's,
And it's
So
every
then-
day.
every day.
well, it used to, I used to do it, I used to be the, when we had a constable, I had enforcement.
Yeah.
And I was able to,
So that,
if I said you get out, and they listen.
That seems like an
What-
awful lot of money to have 2 people at that beach.
No,
For 3
different
months.
shifts. 'Cause
Okay.
yeah, no, I don't.
Not at the
yeah.
same time,
For,
One person.
yeah, for 3 or 4
It's,
months.
yeah, it's 2 shifts.
but you gotta get people that are
What
gonna,
about you go down and someone goes down at noontime and writes tickets to people that don't belong there?
see,
And
there's
someone
no
goes down
enforcement,
at 4.
there's no enforcement to it.
Well, that's.
How about,
You
how
gotta
about
get
we
the
put up a
ordinance,
You gotta have
sign,
an ordinance.
if you don't have a
Ordinance set that
Sebago
up.
sticker, we
have
And
one.
then is it worthwhile to bring them to
You'll
court?
tow
You'll be
truck will
towed
be
and
towed.
fined.
Yeah.
That's what's
That's the
currently
problem.
down
We need
there.
a sign.
there is a
There is
down
a
there?
sign down there.
Vehicles.
There is a sign
They won't
down
do it.
there. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
What would happen if somebody
We
just
used to be able
walks
to
it
do
on
it
the
with,
beach?
we had a sketchy
I don't
ordinance
think you can
back in the
monitor that,
day.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's something else though
Where
about this parking
sticker,
thing.
tag
When I
around
launch my
that.
boat there, and I launch my boat there a couple times a year,
But do you have any
I
of
take
that
my
that
trailer
you're
home.
aware of?
Yep,
No, I don't think
These
so.
people
It's not
who
the
think
way
they
it's
can
designed,
come,
it's hard
park their
to.
truck,
If I park
launch
at
their boat,
Sportsman, want
and
to
park
walk
their
over to
truck
the
Oh,
in the
that's-
trailer,
that's a
they're taking
hell of a
up
walk.
3 parking spaces.
Oh, yeah.
so
that's a-
I
sometimes,
have
Yeah.
not even
Yeah,
speaking
no, that's a-
the
yeah.
thing
Okay,
is,
but I mean
is
somewhere close.
That's the big.
Yeah, even if they
parking
park in the
has to
parking
be
lot, I mean,
controlled
that's-
by making
yeah,
parking
you have to,
areas
you should go over and review that area
work,
when.
so they
the
Yes,
snow
can
goes
see,
away.
wind
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
where they're supposed to be and have a parking set up, and then you can
Take
control
your
it.
trailer home.
Well,
I know it's not convenient, it's not convenient for me, but I don't leave my trailer down
some
there.
of these vehicles with the trailers are renters that the renter, the owner of the rental has come in, has given the license plate number. They do not let us know that they have a 22-foot Moomba that they're backing in and leaving there.
What are you talking, 22?
So is that,
22 foot.
is that a legitimate, I mean, I know we can ask it, but how, what do you think the reaction is gonna be if we tell everybody they can launch their boat, but you have to take your trailer
no,
home?
you gotta have an ordinance that would
If you
state
don't,
that.
we'll tow you.
Is it
Well,
the room up-
you can't,
is it the room up above
you
for
have to have
trailers?
the
That's what
ordinance
the
in
other-
place to
So
do that.
trailers need to be,
You can't,
They
you
have
got
to be
nothing
above,
without an
that's it.
ordinance.
There are signs
pass
down there
right.
that say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, we need to
Trailer
work on an
parking.
ordinance, get it
Yeah.
well, I
passed.
know they park right in
Then
front of
we
the
have
ramp
a-
and people have a hard
Right.
time getting
Avenue.
around them.
I have to
should
tell
tow
you, I'm like Kurt, when I'm down at the
Yeah,
town
okay.
beach, I have never seen a mob on the town beach, never.
A mall?
I have seen the parking lot up at the top,
It's-
just full of trucks.
It's,
And of course,
it's
you're
the
starting to get a
launchers,
truck's
yeah, it's the
already
launchers.
28 feet, because they got a king cab, and they got an 8-foot bed, and they've got another
60-foot
24-foot trailer on the back of that. They take 3 parking spaces, and you look at that and you go,
Park, the town has grown, parking is inadequate for what we have for taxpayers and people going to the beach. It's a whole project. We need an ordinance to have teeth so we can enforce it. And it's something that has to work as one project to get it right.
has anybody
Well, I
seen the
see.
beach mobbed?
Yes.
Yes.
I have.
I've
Yes,
seen a lot of
I've
people
had
on it, not every day.
You couldn't get on the beach because it was mobbed.
100%.
I've had it, so I've been
I have
down and they
parked up
couldn't
in
get a
trailer
parking
park
spot.
and literally walk my stuff down and come down to the beach because there was not a single spot to be had.
Where their trailers
As
parked
far
on
as
there.
parking,
As far
I
as
got kicked
parking
on the
and.
plenty of room to park your,
Actually.
Parking
No,
lot.
Definitely.
I'm saying my residential vehicle, I don't even have a boat. No, I could
Well-
not park down below, I couldn't get down there to drop my kid off, leave her by herself, go park up in the trailer lot, and then walk down to her.
that's possible.
Well, you drive in there when it's empty, it looks like there's a lot of parking there, but there is
There
not.
is not.
Well, it's, as far as
You gotta
blocking
have
people
room to
in, you
pull a
got,
boat in, and you got somebody in a boat waiting, you gotta have room for that traffic.
A
There
big-
isn't, there
a big
isn't much
thing-
parking there, I'm
A
telling
big
you.
thing there is
You've been through it now.
you lose a lot of parking spots because you can't have any cars there because you need the room for the truck
turn around and back
to
in.
back in there.
And then you gotta keep enough room after that for a fire truck to pull in and get water if it needed.
Do we own more, I know there's new boundaries and
Going up
stuff
the
there
road, we own that whole south side,
on the right. Going up the-
on the parking lot side.
On the left, if you're going up, but if you're
How
going
far?
back.
And past Charlie
All the way to
Frechette, and plus Charlie Frechette's
All the
between
way
there and the
to-
pit.
So we could make it a little bigger down below.
Widen the road.
When you drive down to the parking lot, we could make more parking to the right.
We could take,
The
What's
lower
there?
one is taxed already, you're not gonna
It
get
is.
any more.
we,
traffic.
we could build
Up above, you have that whole side of the road,
You have the whole,
all the way back to shore.
both
you have all
sides.
that pine, the whole pine.
So if you went in and built the road and you came down both sides, you made basically a walking lane and then a truck, straight drive-in truck lane
You can
on
have-
both sides, plus an overflow area. You could park boat trailers down the sides of the road, still have a walking lane, and then, because we own enough land to do this.
So,
And then you could have ample parking, and the beach itself is where you'd have to increase. But if we build a beach, you can make it happen. There's enough room there to get
Do
it.
we-
Well,
the
that's,
beach thing is gonna
that
start
beach
meeting.
committee needs to
Yes, yeah.
get rolling.
if you look
So-
at Nason's Beach and how they run their operation, and they launch a lot of boats at
Yeah, they
Nason's
do.
Beach, they only park 3 or 4 trailers.
Yep.
So for us to be parking a dozen or 15 trailers like they do down at Sebago Lake Station, they're parked all the way to the Hanscom's field
Yeah,
there.
they are.
But how can you, unless you put it in an ordinance stating that you have to bring your truck, your trailer home and park just your vehicle, or bring
Well,
both of them
here's the
home,
part that I get worried about that.
the taxpayers.
No, well, that, there's some taxpayers that I know go down there on a daily basis, but if they have to bring their trailer all the way back home, they're leaving their boat down on that, down at the beach.
And we don't have.
And then they gotta come all the way back.
That's
So
it.
then we're gonna have a dock
No,
You
that
jam.
don't
gotta have
make
some
sense.
trailer parking.
We're
Yeah,
going
you
to,
got
We
it.
don't have a dock where they can,
Right.
we,
I'd put in a
We
thing
don't have
for
Dock is
it.
for loading
Where
and
they can-
unloading only. Get
yeah,
out.
we don't have a place where you can tie up.
A sled.
Get yours.
Right.
I
and then
never
all
launched
the way
my
home.
boat
So-
by myself.
We're
So
never
then I-
going to.
Yeah, but
No, I
you also
agree.
have a place to be able to pick up on the dock. You live
I
in a
never
place.
launched the boat by myself. If somebody comes, be quiet.
I know,
No
but
place to pick up.
this is hard to do before you get that. in place.
I know, but we
So-
need to talk
you
just
want this?
passes.
I'll give you this.
Yes.
The passes,
We only got 4 conversations going here at once, that's gonna be fun.
yeah, because there's
I know.
truly 4 parts of this.
I know, but I don't think we're talking reconstruction of the parking lots and all of that right now. I know there's parking issues. I hear it, I know it.
We just want to know what to do.
What to do at the
in-
desk.
In the clerk's office.
Yeah.
Is there anything else from the clerk's office that you guys are witnessing that we're
Right.
not aware of?
The only thing is people getting upset with the
Well,
cost.
they can get over that.
Businesses wanting them, not wanting to pay for them.
Yep.
Just,
I complained,
right,
Yeah,
just
but you
wanting,
paid.
but I did, yeah.
I know. These
Well,
people
nothing's for
are-
free, so
right.
everybody's
What'd they
got,
tell
And
you?
then-
Wish in
and
one hand,
my-
shit in the other?
My only other concern would be, like we said, if someone says, I own an Airbnb, I rent it all summer, I need 1 hang tag. Do we charge them, do we not charge them?
absolutely
do.
charge
You
them.
do charge them.
How do we verify, and do we only charge them 10?
Well,
Or do we charge them $50 per hang tag for the season?
If they're saying
Well,
they
that's a
own
good
the
point.
Airbnb, would that not
They
make them a
can't
taxpayer?
own,
Right,
They don't,
exactly.
they
It would
own a
make-
house.
own
they're a
property.
business.
they
own
have
a
to
house,
show proof of ownership of the property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So-
somebody just can't own an
So do you do?
Airbnb.
Exactly. it's
That's,
just a property.
that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying.
Right, so if they come in and say, I have an Airbnb, are you the owner of the property? No, okay,
Then you're not,
then you're not getting one.
Have
see ya.
Have a nice day, and walk away.
So if the owner
Is
is
there-
getting
That's all
one,
locked up, right?
Is there a way
Yes.
to use, because I know a lot of them use a facilitator for, like you said, Jordan Rentals actually does the work for the short-term rentals. Would those be included, or would you actually need Kurt to come down to get the 10 and then
need
he
Kurt
can
to
hand them
come
off?
down.
No, the homeowner should be in
The
charge.
homeowner.
The
Yeah.
homeowner
They
should
don't
be,
want nothing.
because at the end of the day, the homeowner's responsible.
Taxpayer.
Absolutely.
I agree.
So do
And
we,
is it a $10
well,
or?
that's where I was just going to,
Yeah.
Letitia, is it $10 per year, or is it $10, $50?
If,
$100.
You're fine, Kurt, you're fine.
We'll get you an extra beer.
Rental fees just went
No,
up.
his fees will go up, so don't even,
what is it? To go to Kennybunk and just use their beach for the day, I think is $75.
any
Yeah.
state park,
Yeah.
or any
Yeah.
state facility, you
So-
have to pay.
Yeah.
If it's not for the beach, it's for parking, so it's the
So-
same
And you
damn
have to
thing.
pay for parking on top of
Get a
that.
conservation
Well,
place.
before,
But maybe we should put a sign up if the lot's full. If you have a boat, if the lot's full, you can only drop the boat and you gotta leave. So maybe if we do something about the lot, if the lot is full, then maybe that's what we address.
But then again, who
Middle of the
enforces
night,
it? I know you got
dropping
beach
their boats
attendants, but you don't wanna set them up for a fist fight as long, and same with the people
I
in the
just, we
office.
just wanna know what to charge
At the
and
window,
what,
yeah.
because when people, we just say, you know, we understand you're
Yeah.
upset or you don't agree,
All right,
but
so we can
we
do,
have
we
to
can do that in our
enforce.
meeting about the charging part of
Yeah,
it.
Well,
and we
what-
have
where
to
were we at?
enforce
I don't
what the
know.
What are
select board
people's
has
thoughts
said.
on a charge for the whole summer for, if you have one house, they Airbnb it every week? What are people's thoughts on what we should charge?
$100.
Do we want,
I
do we want the
agree.
renters using our
Okay,
town
well,
beach?
all right, so wait, so again, then you can, now let's go back to people who have multiple units.
Well, this is where it's gonna, but,
They're gonna say, I'm a taxpayer,
so, but,
and if that person's paying taxes, even if he rents it out, and you know where I'm going with this, Sportsman does this, he pays taxes on all
I
those little homes.
understand,
He's the
but-
deeded owner, he should get it one round for,
so,
One for each?
do I,
No, not
I
for
don't,
10
I don't agree with that as, I'm gonna say, in the town. So if the town decided it's $100 a year per unit, would you tack that $100 on to the cost?
Yes.
Of the rent?
oh,
Does,
shit, yeah.
so
If
you,
I was doing it,
so
sure.
he rents all the time, say he's got 10 cabins, and he rents one every week, 1,500 a week, say 1,000 a week. That's $10,000 a week.
Yeah.
And to give us 100 a year
So-
per unit will help offset the cost of someone policing down at the beach.
Yeah,
And
that's a
that's
good
what we have
point,
to pay
Letitia.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
also
I
paying
suppose,
twice the taxes or 3 or 4 times the taxes of
I mean, he's paid a lot.
Joe over here who has one house.
Isn't there another set of cabins in
Well,
this?
there's-
Yeah,
Yes,
besides the
You
one.
gotta think about this, cause the state is
So-
now pushing 3 units on every
Yeah.
lot instead of 1.
Right,
Oh,
You
so we're
gotta
gonna have to,
really-
we're gonna have to
really
think
start
about that.
thinking about this.
so, I mean, that's just my thought, so,
No,
you
that's
know,
a good
and I'm just using him for having 10 rentals, 10,000 a week, 3, 6, 9, 12, he rents it, we'll say 12 weeks, highest thing, that's how much? 10,000 a week for 12 weeks?
So he's
How much are
commercializing
our
his
taxes?
property, and residents can't go to the
You would
beach.
know.
Probably
Because-
30 grand?
Somebody is
That's
taking in
26,
10 grand
20.
Yeah.
a week,
That's right.
and they've got 10 tickets, and she can't get to the beach with her kids, and she's a resident here.
Right.
You know, we have limited resources,
Yes.
we have limited space,
Right.
and everybody's been using it helter-skelter, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry as hell, that's gonna have to end, because it's only gonna get worse.
Right,
Yeah.
but the only
It is
It's gonna
thing,
have to get
It is
worse.
gonna get worse.
Yeah, launching boats, let's go back to launching boats. Whoa,
Yeah.
if you launch a boat, I never launched a boat without somebody with me. Somebody has to take the boat, somebody has to take the
Yeah,
truck and the
Yeah, there's
trailer
a-
back,
There's
because
a
we
lot
can't
of,
leave it down there.
there's a lot of people that launch their boats. I sit on my beach and I
No more
watch,
of that.
well, they
If
launch
you're
it by
not taking
Well,
themselves.
you
the
can't-
trailer home,
Now,
Well, you got like Phil Strike that does
Yeah, well,
stuff
what
every
about,
day.
yeah, Phil
Yeah,
Strike
you
goes
can't-
down
you
there every
can't-
day.
Parks his
Take your
truck
trailer
down there in
home,
the
I
trailer,
do.
leaves it
He
there all
puts it-
day.
Yeah.
he puts
He
it-
parks it, he goes up the hill.
No,
He
he's
parks it up
he's
the
gotta be
hill.
handy to it.
Yeah, they should
What-
all be up the hill,
Yeah.
that's a done deal.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah.
should
One,
be.
No question.
one thing Michael brought up
No,
was he
no
was
trailers
putting
beyond.
Shouldn't
in
be any
cameras
trailers
down
down there
there,
at all.
and
Yeah.
they were waiting on.
You can't,
Sebago
no,
fiber and
have any
CMP to put
trailers,
poles
it's gotta
down for
be able
power.
to.
Do we know if
We gotta
that's
look
still a
at the
thing?
parking arrangement.
Yes,
Never mentioned
exactly.
it, I don't
What are
know.
you saying?
Michael mentioned that he was working on getting cameras down at the town
Okay, that
beach.
needs to be part of the beach committee.
Yep.
It needs to be part of the beach
But we're
committee.
talking about
It's
boats
on the
being
list.
launched and whatnot, the camera will be able to determine
Susan, it's on the
Um,
list.
how
I
many
know it
boats are
is.
being launched
That's why
without
I'm just trying
stickers,
to
et
get the
cetera.
Right, and
conversation
the
to
list
go.
is growing.
Yeah. I know
So
it's on the
that's
list.
that's data that the beach
And the
committee can
people who
also
are
use.
launching
but-
without stickers are taking their boats home. They're
No,
taking their trailers home.
no, they're not. They're leaving them in that upper parking lot.
So
They-
people are parking
They've
up
done
there
it for
without
years.
stickers.
They're parking up there without stickers.
I
That's
don't
right.
If they do, they should be towed.
Then
Yes,
how-
they should.
They should be towed.
Yeah.
If you don't have any sticker, you should be
But
towed.
there's
Just
no,
tell
Now, typically, when someone has
Fort
a sign
Kent.
that says you will be towed at owner's expense, the
Where's my
entity
truck?
has
In
a
Fort
contract
Kent.
with a towing company. Does the town of Sebago have a contract with a towing company that we can call?
Not that hard to do.
Yeah, we
I know
do,
somebody in
we
the
deal with
business.
Lake Region Towing and Howard Brunel.
Cornell right over there.
Yep, either one of them.
Someone
Phil
close to
Parmelo's
the
in the
would be
business
ideal.
down in Standish, his son's got a tow business now.
okay.
But we should have a contract, so we're all calling the same place, that way if you get to.
The town
you know
usually has
exactly who to
used
send them
Lake
to
Region,
their
like,
property.
Brunel.
We can make them, charge them that extra $50 and pay back to the town for our aggravation and pay for
Phil,
people
get
who.
in here. You're pertinent to this
Yeah,
conversation.
you should probably come in here.
I just want.
So I had a great
We're in a
idea
workshop, but we're talking about the
Talk
town
about these
needs
other
parking
things,
your,
yeah.
putting your boat in, launching your boat, and then pulling your trailer
Why
back
can't
home.
we do
No
that?
more
Every time.
leaving your truck and trailer down there.
No,
Supposed to. There's big signs that say no truck and trailer.
That's right. In the upper
Even in the upper
it
parking
says.
lot.
No.
Yeah, we're
No,
not
that's where
allowing
you're
you.
supposed to park
You're
the
supposed to
trucks.
park in the upper parking lot with your truck.
we have to be able to allow trailers.
You do it every day.
We're
Yes.
That's all right, we're charging Kurt $50 a sticker.
Yeah, but
I'll
I
charge
don't
them.
see how we're gonna make a
Yeah,
decision
Oh,
on.
wait, no, Bobby Joe said 100.
So-
Just say it.
I
We
do,
know,
I
we
do
know,
agree.
we know we have a parking problem.
Yeah.
So,
We know
do we
it's a
have
problem.
a
Has to be
final
addressed.
decision
Yeah.
sort of?
I
as
am.
to-
No,
We're not even close.
Sue's kind of taking charge on this one.
We
so.
do,
We do?
when we talk in the meeting, we do, we just have the fee that we need to talk about. But otherwise,
How many
the
stickers?
You can
stickers
talk
and the
at the
hanging
workshop.
tags, the stickers and the hanging
You have
tags
to
we
read
have documented.
So
Yeah,
you'll make that
I'm a little
motion.
lax.
I will,
Yeah.
and then
So-
there's other topics I think need to be part of the beach
Just gonna have
committee.
to talk over her.
I think the stickers need to be separated, each.
I can talk.
No, Kurt wants to say something.
No, when you're done, Sue, I'll talk
I
to you.
know, I totally get it.
So I had this idea last summer because I knew that we were paying someone to spend a fair amount of time at the beach. I didn't know how much we were paying them, but I'm like,
Not much.
Probably minimum wage.
that's a fair amount of money just to supervise, and I don't even know if they even kick anybody off or don't let.
I know the dude does,
The
that
gentleman
guy.
You're
does.
supposed to.
Yeah. So, but the idea I had last summer was, if people wanna come and launch their boats, if they don't have a sticker, let's charge them $25, you can launch your boat.
We don't want them
Then you gotta
there.
park.
Then you gotta have a
Then-
Who's
parking.
gonna police
Then-
that? Then we're gonna put the cars.
We don't want
Well,
them
And
there.
then,
I'll
we
call.
have to have money
Right,
and
who's
you've
collecting
gotta,
No,
you've gotta.
everything-
This was just an idea I had before this meeting.
Done on credit cards, how do you
Yeah,
do that?
So,
but then
We don't want them there. We don't
Well, we
want
don't
them
like
there.
it.
If they're not, if they don't have a sticker and they're not part of the town, we don't want them at the beach.
Bill's got a
I
question.
realized.
Why don't we listen to Phil here?
How did I get the stupid chair?
You guys are gonna talk
I got my
about this
tape chair.
in the meeting anyway, but the beach, it's too much of a freeload down there. That's not being policed. We need the ability the board needs the ability to either contract or hire a local tow company to tow people that do not have stickers, plain and simple.
You
There's
need an
companies that go
ordinance
down there to launch, there's out-of-staters, there's out-of-towners that come down because they know there's no teeth down there. Real quick, if there was teeth,
Need an
people
ordinance.
would stop doing that.
Need an
There's a sign down there
There's
that
a sign
states.
down there.
I know, but you still need an ordinance to back that sign.
Well, like you said, there's no teeth, no one's
Yeah,
down there. There's no.
The teeth comes with an ordinance and then you can enforce.
Then what was the sign stating, K and K?
It states it, but there's no ordinance behind
But
it,
you
Bill.
can
If
tow
you
it.
don't have the ordinance behind it, you got no
You
teeth.
need an ordinance to do that.
Yes,
Yep, you need
That
teeth.
should be on the top of the ordinance list.
yes, exactly.
You're right.
Yeah,
Because
right.
his,
And will that be addressed
you
by the
guys
beach
can
committee
make
as
that up
well?
and pass it next
We
week.
don't
Sorry?
need the
Will that
planning
be
board
addressed
to
by
do
the
it,
beach
we
committee
can
as
do it
well?
right here.
The
Watch your
ordinance,
mouth,
Or just the.
Speaking
you know,
dirty
the ordinance
words.
comes out of the planning board.
planning board.
Planning board has to
Planning
do
board
the
has to put
ordinance.
it through us anyway.
It's gotta come through us anyway.
But
Why
if
not?
you decide to
We just-
do like a fee for
Action.
launching your boat.
No.
No, we don't
No.
want, we don't want
We
them
don't
down
want
there.
that.
We don't want them down there.
I don't want people
There's not
down.
enough room to
Although,
accommodate that.
isn't there somebody down there that owns a mooring that is not a town resident?
There's multiple.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Out in the front?
Mooring man, what do you think?
I can tell you, all those moorings out there are town residents.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious, because
Well,
I could have sworn I heard there was one of them.
We did have a woman come to a select board meeting, and she was talking about, they had a,
Mary Claire.
the one that's right on the
Claire.
water, right next to the beach, had someone drive right down her front lawn with their boat.
I know.
They went out, they dropped a mooring, and come to find out, they're from Massachusetts, and they don't do anything. They drove across her front lawn, but she came to a select board meeting to bring it to your
That's her
attention.
problem.
So that she needs to call the sheriff, because I know I would.
Me and Eddie even lived one night.
Believe me, I have people down there I call the sheriff on. Once a year at least I call somebody.
So are we good with this topic?
This is a workshop, yeah. So we can end the workshop and then, I don't know, you're gonna have, all right, so then you'll have, you can go over the notes.
I can,
Okay.
yeah.
Phil,
All right, so we're gonna end the workshop?
Phil's got a question.
Okay.
You got a couple minutes.
Just to go back on the beach thing, that's one of our only amenities in this
Yeah.
town,
Yeah.
Yeah?
and we need to protect it, we need
Yeah.
to enforce it.
We need to build it.
I know Andrew that's down there, who's the tall gentleman,
Oh, that's his name, I call him the
he's
dude.
pretty on the ball and strict
Yes,
about it.
yeah.
Is he as strict as Helen was?
Nobody is.
But
He's tough.
the problem
No,
is,
he's
is
good.
nothing against Helen, but
No, she was,
when you
Tell you
have
what.
an older lady down there, people are gonna be like, yeah, I'm not listening to you.
no,
You've
exactly.
got a young guy
That's a
that's
serious
built,
problem.
it
No,
stops you.
and she won't back down, and
Well,
it,
but
remember how
she's in
that-
danger. because-
remember that with her, when you were on the board then?
Well, if
She
there's
was
ever a
going at
problem,
people
you
like a
should-
pit
you should
bull.
just call the sheriff. But he
Right.
just knows.
Yeah,
Well, she was
Yeah.
gonna,
Sheriff and the attorney.
Right.
Right.
People
But
look at
as you
her.
guys
yeah,
know-
she's not intimidating.
Right, but as you guys know,
not
we're
great.
contracted through Cumberland County.
Give her an AK.
Yep.
If somebody calls, it's gonna be low on the list, and it depends on where they're coming from.
Yep,
Because they could have an incident on the other side of the lake, it could be 25 minutes to a half an hour before somebody shows up.
that's why it worked good when we had, when I was constable, they would listen.
That's on a good day.
It worked.
And that's
You
also
can't
going
be
through
there.
Naples.
I know you can't, but that's, gives you
All right,
enough of
well,
authority.
you guys wanna take a 5-minute recess before our select board meeting?
To back up in a system to operate.
Yep,
That's why she should call Scott, because Scott offered to bounce.
I will bounce him.
Yeah, just want to take it.
All right,
I'll
so-
come here too, I don't care.
Okay,
You're gonna apply
so
for the
it is,
position?
what,
No,
6:20?
but I don't mind bouncing them.
6:23, we're gonna end the workshop and take a 7-minute recess until 6:30.
Siesta?
All right, good evening, March 3rd, 6:30, select board meeting, roll call. Richard,
Here,
Phil,
Here.
Scott,
Here.
Susan, here, and Carolyn Callarese. Pledge of allegiance, please. Okay, pledge of allegiance.
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Say that over.
Okay, approval of the minutes. February 12th. Who's gonna approve that?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the
Second.
select board meeting of February 12th.
We have a second?
seconded.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, February 17th, which I believe was emailed to us because there was a delay in that. Did everybody get a chance to read that?
Michael put it, but it didn't get put in the
It didn't get put in the
packet.
I
packet.
did
And
read
I
it, but
just-
I wasn't here for the meeting, so I really don't want to make a motion on it.
Okay.
You're asking for a motion for the 17th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make a motion. We accept the minutes for February
Discussion.
17th.
What was bleep about in that?
Don't we have to
In
second
the
it?
minutes for February the 17th?
Richard, hold on.
I think Richard's making his rules tonight.
There
We
were
need a
several-
sec- we need a
there were
second
several
first.
bleeps.
We have to second it, and then you can discuss it. So I'll second the motion Phil made.
Discussion.
All right.
And then further discussion, and then
There you
Richard's
go.
asking who the bleeps were.
What is a bleep?
Yeah, who knows anything about the bleeps?
The
It
video
is
is
when
censored.
profanity or unacceptable language is used.
Not
Bleep, bleep,
colorful
bleep, bleep.
adjectives?
Right.
That's what I
Lake,
thought.
Lake Region TV bleeps that out.
Sounds like that was a good meeting.
Okay.
All right,
You're joking.
so we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor?
I abstain.
Okay, Scott. All right, that's fine. Approval of accounts payable, warrant 44.
I make a motion, we approve accounts payable warrant number 44.
Second.
Any further discussion?
What is accounts payable number 44?
So it's what our bills are for that
The bills?
period of time.
It's what's in the manila
Where are
folders. They're in the
Just putting,
office.
trying off on.
I haven't seen them.
Well, there is,
Have you signed them?
yeah, we've all signed them. There's a quorum on there. I think majority of us have
I
signed.
signed it.
When did you sign it?
Sign.
Are they every week or every other week?
Every
Every
other
week.
week.
They're bi-weekly.
They're bi-weekly.
At what point? It didn't happen here.
We get an email
No,
when
you
it's,
get, it's a manila folders that you get where all the bills are and you look.
I know what you're talking about,
Okay.
Scott, but I haven't seen it.
we've been
missed
getting
it.
emails when they're ready to be signed.
You didn't get the memo. Beep.
Patty,
You gotta see what you can do by getting me on that email. 'Cause I didn't see
You're
it.
on select
you're
board
on select board
25.
25.
So Patty has sent out a couple of emails saying, I need someone to
Yeah.
come and sign
Yeah.
the warrant.
They usually come up that next.
You need
day.
3 signatures for them to send it out.
Right,
Yeah.
so if they've got 3 signatures, it's gonna happen anyway.
Yes, it will.
Yep.
But it's just, the thing is, I'm not getting that.
Can you
You're not
check
getting
the
Patty's
select board
email?
You
25?
have to come up and look at it.
I built it.
They have them
Okay.
in manila, so come up and talk to Patty.
Patty and I have been over this stuff before, but what I'm trying to tell you, Scott, is that I didn't get any notification that they were ready. If they've all been signed.
Is your email working?
I'd like to think so, but it doesn't sound like it,
Well,
does it?
It doesn't sound like it.
So
Could be going in your
Letitia,
spam.
Letitia said she built the email list and you're on it. Is that correct?
Perhaps I'm mistaken.
Yeah, is that correct? You built it, yeah.
It's time to move along.
She usually has a thing on it that you send back to acknowledge that you've seen
Okay.
it.
We're gonna get that in public,
Did we
that
get a
Richard's not
second?
wrong.
Yeah, we have a second.
All right, we have a first and a second, all in favor? Opposed? You're not gonna.
Abstaining.
You're abstaining, okay, fine. All right, approval of payroll warrants 43.
I make a motion we approve payroll warrants number 43.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Abstaining. Didn't see him.
All right, fine. We have this evening a financial resolve 25-26-09 mapping, and Letitia, I need to be brought up to speed on that. For some reason, I'm forgetting this.
This was money that was raised and appropriated and voted upon at town meeting for mapping, for digital mapping, so that when,
Code.
for everyone,
Yeah.
so that once the mapping is done, it will be put on our website.
Okay.
It's for digital mapping.
Oh, okay.
So it's a warrant article that's been approved and
It
appropriated
was a
for.
CIP.
Yep, earmark for it.
And
Yes.
it's
Thank you.
there, I double checked.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
all right, we're gonna have, well, we already made a motion, so we just have to sign it, correct?
We ain't made a motion
No,
yet.
you have to make.
Oh, I have to make a motion on this one? I thought- Oh, all right, well, somebody has to make a motion.
I make a motion that we approve financial resolve number 20-26-9 mapping.
I think the number was wrong.
You got the
I'll
number,
second.
Scotty?
25.
25?
25-26-09.
Perfect, yeah.
Mapping.
You said 20.
You said 20.
Oh, sorry.
Do we have a second?
Tomato, tomato.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
It would be nice to explain what that is, though.
Yeah.
And-
The map, the
and-
Google
and
mapping?
I don't mind doing that. As systems evolve, all properties in the state can adopt this system. And what it is, there's no overlaps. It accounts for every inch of the property in the state, and it's a whole mapping system.
Yeah, it's Google Maps.
That once you adopt that for your town, she can reference that, and it just helps you on the legal side to identify a property.
Is there a master copy that we need to sign?
Yeah.
Of the map?
No, of the financial
On
resolve.
the financial
Yes,
resolve?
yes,
Yeah, want
okay.
to pass that down?
Yeah, thank
The
you.
town maps are anything but correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So why would we spend $19,000 to digitize and memorialize something that we know for a fact is wrong?
Hoping they
Well, that's
make it right. They're gonna make it right.
That's not wrong.
You can't know that they're not wrong until you have the surveyor go out and survey it.
It's a GPS system, and it's.
GPS doesn't mean that it's surveyed correctly.
You're right there, but there's a source within this system that is correct. And it's considered correct by the surveying group, so.
Yeah, Ben.
No, you're pulling that out of the sky,
No,
out of your pocket. It's
No,
absolutely not true.
well, it
The
is
town
true.
maps are not correct at all. They're not even correct on my
Well,
property.
Just,
GPS.
Richard, you didn't vote on that, did you? The financial resolve, are you sustaining on that? What are you doing? Because I didn't see your hand go up.
No, I must be abstaining.
All right, I'm just asking a question. I just want to, because I want to move forward. This is a warrant item, so I'm going to continue.
The town approved it, so.
Yeah, the town already approved this. We got old business, Spirit of America. So,
I'll pass
Let's talk
mine.
about options, but let's talk about options. Who did we have for options? 'Cause we
Well,
have a list.
there's been a few suggestions about,
Yes.
volunteer group, clothing, clothes closet, food pantry, volunteer food pantry. Dedication's been made, so we've already picked the dedication, so those were a couple of
So we had
volunteers.
the people that cook for the events at the, like the fire,
The volunteers,
I don't know if they have a name for that group, but they cook in the kitchen down in,
auxiliary.
yes, oh, okay, thank you.
Sebago volunteers. yeah.
Okay, so we have, that's one of the choices. Does anyone else have anyone
There
else
was
say?
George Anderson and Son.
Ted Davis.
Okay, so we got a little sticky,
I know.
we gotta fill the sticky, and we're gonna give it to John, and then
We'll see if we get,
He's
we'll
got
see who
mine.
does what.
Oh, come on, Jeopardy.
Ding, ding,
Here's mine,
ding,
John.
ding,
Okay,
ding,
thank you,
ding.
sir.
And you can't announce it, so,
I can't announce it?
No.
Okay.
loose lips sink ships.
The question is, do we have a
You can collect the
consensus?
little stickies, but you
Well,
can't
he can
announce
tell
it.
us if we got enough to make a vote with. Whoever takes the majority in the five is
if
who we'll
not, then we'll
pick.
just put it on the next agenda on the 17th.
Well, do you want to know what we,
Just,
No, you
we
can't
can't announce
announce
it,
You
but
can't announce it.
Do you have at least three?
Do you
No.
have three?
no,
Oh,
Do you have two?
I had two twos. Well, let's go back.
you have two twos?
Two
Two of the
for
same.
that, and that was, we had another one for him. See?
all right, so. Is that yours?
I don't write that.
So much for anonymity.
Mine was voted.
That one's mine.
Oh, that's
I
hard.
think that one's mine.
Okay, I'll read you mine.
You need another piece of paper? Right here.
Oh, thank you.
You're very
I
welcome.
don't want to be wasteful.
Why don't we just flip a coin? I got a good one right here.
No, I think we got it figured out.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right,
Now, do you have a consensus? I think that's the right word.
Yes,
you do,
we do.
okay.
There you go.
So then we have to make a
And then we'll make, Letitia knows how to handle that, right?
Okay,
Okay.
all right, we're good, so we're good?
And it will be at our next selectmen meeting, we'll announce it.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that enough time, Letitia?
That's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And then-
okay.
And then normally,
And whoever,
town manager will reach out.
whoever it is,
to-
you reach it out
And they
and
come here.
come here and
Yeah.
accept the
All right,
award.
cool.
So March 17th, Spirit of America will
If
be
you can.
awarded.
If you can.
I have a question about that. Last year was the first time it was done here. Before that, it was always done at the town meeting.
Yes, it was.
Why did you change it?
Bradley did it here the following
But
year
then
as
that
well.
doesn't get the attention that they should. People are trying
No.
to thank them for everything they've done.
As far as I'm concerned, we can wait and do it at town meeting.
I don't think,
That's
I
how
don't
we
have a
used to
problem
do
waiting
it.
to do it at the town
Okay.
I
meeting.
think
That's
you
fine.
can do what we did here and then announce it at the town meeting.
Yes.
But if it's a group, you have to let them know in advance so the group can come.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have
So
that
with the
one.
board, do you want to make a motion to do it at town meeting?
I'll do that.
Well, I'd like to acknowledge it here, so
I'll make a motion that we acknowledge the group that gets it here at our next selectmen's meeting, but we give them the award at the town meeting, at our annual town meeting.
Yep.
Same with the dedication of the
Yep.
town report,
Okay.
like we have always done.
that'll work.
I got a second?
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay,
Thank you.
perfect.
Pass.
We figured it out.
All right,
Here you go, Rebecca.
new business. Beach and transfer station use.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let Susan run with it, because we made her take all the notes in the workshop.
So recap of the workshop. So taxpayers, they get 2 free passes. I'm gonna add something here though. Did we decide if they have 3 cars registered to a house, do they get 3 stickers or still only 2?
Still 2.
Okay. Okay. Seasonal, non-taxpayers, they get the hanging passes. We discussed having a hanging pass purchased by the owner of the property, and it would be for the entire summer, for the year.
At a fee of,
We need a fee, which I know $100 came up for
Yep.
each property. What do you guys think?
I'm good with $100.
I don't like it at all, so.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, so all right, let's go back. So an owner of the home gets 2 stickers.
Yes,
Are we talking about for the dump or the beach?
but it's 1 sticker, so right now it's
Right now
one
it's still
sticker
one
and they get
sticker.
2 free passes.
So
We're not-
maybe that's where we should
Well,
start.
we're not changing that right now, we're talking just so these guys can know what they're doing at the window tomorrow. That's what we're talking about right now.
This is something that will be work in progress,
Yeah,
and it's
we-
something we can change after we do it.
There's a lot of work,
Understood.
yeah.
Understood.
Okay, so I just want to go back on this. So if you own the home, you get 2 stickers.
Yep,
Okay. Now, you said seasonal.
that's
There are
my
some
next-
people here that still own the home, that still pay taxes.
But they're taxpayers, they're not seasonal, they're seasonal taxpayers, but they fall under taxpayer.
They're
They
seasonal,
pay taxes.
they use the property seasonally, but they still pay
They
taxes
don't.
on it.
Right, so they'll get 2 tickets.
They will,
Yep,
yeah, they get
Okay.
2 free passes.
All right.
what you're talking about is the
So
Airbnb.
I'm talking seasonal non-taxpayers.
Yeah.
Seasonal,
Yeah.
seasonal non.
So you're talking
Non-taxpayers.
homeowners that own properties
So
that they,
rentals,
rentals.
rentals.
So seasonal non-taxpayers,
Mhm.
we're gonna do the $100, well, we're gonna talk about the $100, but you're gonna give them a hanging pass for the entire season, for that address that they're renting.
Yeah.
Yes, Phil,
Just had a quick question. You said seasonal non-taxpayer. How is that possible?
because they're
Be a non-
renting,
Be a non-taxpayer.
It would be a
they're
renter.
they're
Okay.
renting a taxpayer's house.
Okay.
So they're non-taxpayers, so the taxpayer that
Somebody
owns
in
the
an
house
Airbnb.
is gonna get the pass. So if it was Kurt, like we did in the workshop, it would be Christensen and it would have the address of the property they're renting.
Yep.
And he would get 1 pass for that residence for the whole season.
Okay, so that homeowner pays for the $100,
Yes.
passes it on
Yep.
to the renters,
Yep.
that stays at
No,
the residence.
no, if he pays, no, see, this is where it's confusing, because, and call me, I'm gonna pull a moment here. If I have a home, and I get 2 free passes,
Mhm.
and then I have someone go in there and rent it for the whole summer, they're gonna use my pass.
Right?
It's not on your vehicle.
It's getting stuck
That's
on the
right.
windshield of the taxpayer with your license plate number on it, just like
Yeah,
we
but you're
did.
saying hook, you're saying hang it.
This is a non-taxpayer, so this person is not,
It's a renter.
it's someone that doesn't have the sticker on their windshield.
It's somebody that's leasing a property off of,
They're renting one
off
of
of
Kurt's
a
houses down
landowner.
on the river. So he has 1 pass for that house.
No, they get 2 passes.
No, he's
No,
got
not
1 hanging
Kurt's
pass
house.
for that house,
So you're gonna make someone, all right, so he would have to, he'd get 2 for the house,
2 for him.
for his
for
house,
his house, but then you're gonna make him buy a hanger one for $100.
for his
For his rental for the summer.
for his rental properties.
So let's think about this for a minute. So his house is worth $400,000 and he's paying $4,000 a year in taxes on it. And his rental's worth $400,000, so he's paying $4,000 a year tax on that. Why is there not a direct relationship between how much tax you're paying into the government and how many stickers you get? And why should he have to pay $100 for one when he already paid you $4,000 in taxes?
Because it's a renter and he's passing it on to the person that's renting, is how I take it.
If the renter bought it, I mean, what is it to the town that it's a renter? It doesn't create more or less garbage.
Well, it's a not, and so if we talked earlier,
Well,
we
it's
said the beach
controlling over
was
the
a
beach.
resident-only beach. So now
Which
you
is why
have,
we need to divide.
So now you have
and-
We're not gonna get it this
we're
year.
not,
That's
we're
the
not
next
going
issue.
there. So we're talking about trying to refrain. These are extra people that are using the beach, that the parking is a situation, the beach is a situation.
And they can
So-
also use the transfer station with this pass, so it's
It turns into that as well.
$100 is a fair fee. for
Okay.
some
So
garbage
that's why
that
we're
come
saying
in.
the $100 for each of your rental
So how are we
properties.
gonna write the code on that? Is that gonna be on income properties or what?
It's gonna be if you're.
If it's a rental, you
It's
put
a
rental on there.
So
yeah.
let's jump to the fellow who's got 10 cabins out here in the woods.
That's different.
Which is that's one of our people in reality, they're not making this up.
Yeah,
And he's getting $1,000 a month for each of those, or a week for each of those cabins.
Mhm.
How many stickers is he gonna get?
You get one per
for
year,
each.
and they have to
One per
give you
each dwelling,
it's one for each cabin per year.
per year.
because they pay taxes on each dwelling.
Yep.
Is that okay? That's-
Yeah.
Okay. But again, this is where we have to divide beach and.
No,
transfer
I think we need, I think the beach,
But
I
again,
think
we're
it needs
not
to go
going
down that
there.
path, but this year we
It's
have
another
to.
conversation, but I
Drawing
get
the
it.
delineation.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
So then we have, oh, what happened?
I have a question. What about people who rent that live at a property, it's not seasonal?
This is my next topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the next is full-time renters. So they get 2 free passes because chances are they register their cars here, they're
Just
both
like having a
here.
house.
So it would be like a taxpayer, yeah. Yep.
We do that now.
They just need to validate, like Letitia had explained, that like a CMP bill or something to say, yes, I live there
Or people
full-time.
bring their lease.
Yeah,
Show you their
yeah,
lease.
they could do that as well, yeah.
Sometimes if they're new and we haven't seen it, they bring the lease.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry.
Because we did have a renter who said they were gonna be charged for a dump pass.
That was for the father who moved in, so now it would be 3 in apartment number 6.
There's only 2.
And they can only have 2.
And they can only have 2.
Got it.
Which is still reasonable.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
is that,
They were
is that it
using
on
it for an
the,
excuse not to
No,
take
I
a
got
trash
one more,
to the
just
dump.
wait.
I know, they want you.
all right, wait, we have one more and then
One more.
we're gonna
So
vote on
Letitia
this.
brought up people that own just docks. So they cannot have a beach and a dump pass if they just own a dock in the
No.
If
water.
they rent a dock,
If they rent a dock,
No,
correct.
they get nothing.
no,
No.
they get nothing.
Okay,
They're not a taxpayer.
So that-
They're not a
Docks on the
taxpayer.
yeah, yeah.
wall. Docks is on.
Okay, so
So
now you're
where
gonna
would
make a
this be?
motion.
Down at the Northwest
Full-time
Marina?
renters get what? You started.
Full-time
They get
renters
2
get
free
2.
passes, yeah, they get 2 free
Okay.
passes like you or
But
I
they
would.
register their car here, they're registered to vote here, they're just
Okay.
like anybody else.
Yep, they're just like your case.
Okay, so-
They're like typical people.
All right, so we're
we'll
gonna make a motion on this?
I'll make a motion.
So I have one question.
Okay.
For the seasonal non-taxpayers,
Mhm.
more often than not, they are not going to tell us that they are renting.
Then if they don't have a registered car in this town, then they have to go back to the owner.
SOL.
But I mean the seasonal non-taxpayers.
Well, they're renting somebody else's property.
So,
Seasonal,
That's up to
non-taxpayer.
So it has to be up to the
how do you use
homeowner,
that?
That's up to the landlord.
it's up to the homeowner
That's
or
up to whoever they're
landlord.
renting
So
from.
that then would be almost, whether ordinance or no ordinance, you own 4 properties on the lake.
Okay.
You will have to call us and say, I need to purchase 3 hang tags for my 3 properties or 4 properties.
I think we can avoid a lot of the problem by the landowner having to buy the buying
That's,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I
That's what we're
think.
saying.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's the owner of the property that has to buy the pass.
We don't need the middleman.
To rent
We
it.
need that pass $100?
Yep. Oh, we got.
Well, we're gonna make a
We're
motion.
still talking about that. So what do people feel 100 is too much, too little?
But I think that for the money that they're getting out of rents, the place next to me rents for $5,800 a week.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty.
it gets 12
You wanna
weeks
see
out of
it?
it. It's got 5 bedrooms, and they have 5 bedrooms and 2 or 3 tents in the yard.
So if we all agree on the
I think $100
$100,
is fine.
Bill's got a question.
Yeah,
What happens when said person loses it?
what do you mean?
Yeah,
We're
replacement.
gonna buy another one for 100.
Well, what I'm getting at is where they say, oh, I lost it even though they didn't, now they've got
well, because it's, yeah.
multiple tabs.
On $100.
It's a risk you take,
Yeah.
but it's a yearly pass, it will be changed every
Yeah.
year, so it ain't like they're gonna get a lifetime's worth of use out of
But
it.
I get what you're
But I
saying.
get what you're saying.
But if you have someone coming up, I lost my pass, I lost, then
Lost
tell
tax should be
them,
150.
yeah, tell them that it's gonna be tracked.
Please don't tell me.
Well, we do, we
I know, you have a spreadsheet, so, yeah, just
First
tell
one's
them that
100,
you
second one's
track
200.
it.
Just looking at the fact of, you
Don't get
know,
greedy.
Well, there could, so
I'm
there
taking
could
roads,
be 2
Richard.
or 3
Well,
on that
definitely gonna
property,
it's
but
gonna
if we're
control
making
traffic,
enough
I'll
on
tell you
each
that.
one, it goes
Okay,
away.
So we're all in agreement, the $100.
Yes.
You gotta make a motion. Just make a motion and then we'll, okay?
150 for replacements.
Are we good? We'll do further discussion. Let's get a motion on the
100.
table.
Well, the thing in 150 if they have to have it replaced.
So you're gonna have to read it again. Well, read the motion.
Okay, so I make a motion that taxpayers get 2 free passes. Seasonal non-taxpayers, the owner of the property will get a hanging pass for each address they rent. The cost will be $100. Replacement, are we saying 150?
150.
Yeah.
A replacement pass if you lose it is $150. Full-time renters get 2 free passes. And if you own a dock in town, you get nothing. There's no beach or,
Own or rent.
yeah, if you own or rent a dock, yes, thank you for that. If you own or rent a dock, then you get no beach pass and no transfer station.
Okay.
I
Second.
think we just made enough to pay for John.
Second it.
All right, you seconded? Any
Yeah.
further discussion?
More discussion, adding to that, this motion and action to be further examined to divide
I don't think
fee access.
We don't need to do that
I
right
don't think
now.
we
Well,
need
I
an
wanted as
answer.
part of it, so
Just
we're forced
put
to.
it will be in the minutes as record.
And I think we just need to add it as an agenda item on our next meeting or when the
Discussion.
We can add it here, if that guarantees it.
Well, I don't think we need it as
Oh,
part
we
of the
can-
motion. I think the
We don't
motion
have to
needs to
do
be
it
what
that
we
way.
decided on.
Doesn't look
Right.
like I have the votes anyway.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Thank
That was a
God.
nice piece of work.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, I do have a recommendation before we leave this, that we put on the next agenda that we want to divide the beach and the dump out, and we'll figure that out. We ought to have a workshop.
I think we need a continuance of this topic.
Right.
Yeah. I
More
agree.
in depth.
All right, well, we can bring that up in the select board part.
Yeah.
Let's bring that up.
So that was good
We'll
work.
bring that up in the select board part. Okay,
Good work.
all right. Town manager,
Yes,
John,
ma'am.
you're on. By the way, welcome, John.
Welcome, John.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate that. No, I didn't get that in with the packet, and next meeting,
Your
That's okay.
your
Okay,
excuses.
I'll do a more comprehensive,
Don't let it happen
report,
again.
okay?
If it does though, just make copies and leave them in our buckets.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fine.
Thank you.
All right, first of all, I'd like to thank Michael for staying on and finishing the budget. And he was a big help for me, and I want to wish him well in his new endeavors. And I'm starting to get pretty comfortable with things, and that's, I want to applaud the staff for that. Been working well with them. I have a number of employees I still want to meet, a few businesses to visit, but the people I've talked to so far have given me a warm welcome. And the auditors were in last week, and we're still working with them to find some invoice in respect to Naomi Street Drain Project. Now, I talked to, we sent an email out earlier, but the Public Works Director was at training. But I did see him at the end of the day, and he said he thinks he's got everything we need there, so I'll contact him tomorrow and see what we got. Did miss the comp plan last night, I said last week, but it was last night, but I do intend to be part of that process, and I'll attend the next meeting. And we had a budget meeting last Wednesday, and we're gonna be meeting with the committee again tomorrow. And I want to thank the board for having the confidence in me, and looking forward to working with you people. Did you want me to read that, or you want to read that?
It's completely up to you. I mean, as if it's part of your, well, I mean,
Oh, I didn't even write.
we, at our last select board meeting, we swore in the code officer now, and she is now the town planner. She has another title. So Michael will read the draft that will be sent out tomorrow to all boards, all planning boards, ZBA, all of us. This was drafted up on basically direction of how Christina will handle the planning part of it, so I'll let Michael read it, and again,
Hey, Michael, you're ready if
I'm
you
so
want
sorry.
to.
I think how many times have I caught? Well, he's, yeah, he's probably, talking about me.
You should know the
Thank
name
God
John.
I left.
John should be easy for you.
John, I know, it should be easy, right? John will read this and then, we'll go
Okay.
from there.
At the last select board meeting, the board moved to appoint the code enforcement officer as town planner. With this change, there will be a change in procedure in how business will move through the planning board. Applications and inquiries for planning board will be handled by the code enforcement office. The code enforcement officer will make this determination based on the need for contract planning's involvement. This determination will be made by the CEO based on classification, size, scale of project, complexity, etc. Initial inquiries and propositions will be handled within the code enforcement office. Any involvement with the contract planner will require an application and escrow upon submission. All applicants will be given a purchase order number that will be used to authorize contract planner involvement. Any use of the contract planner by the public, applicants, or board members without a purchase order number will not be paid for by the town. The bill will instead be sent to the individual that incurred the charge. We hope these changes will keep the costs low for the town and applicants and simplify the planning board process.
Thank you. So, just to reiterate back, before it gets asked, because I know it's probably gonna be asked, or you're thinking of it, because of how this new direction went on the planner part of it, this should allow the town to, obviously save some money in those areas. She's already doing some of the work anyways. The fact of the matter is, with the POs, that's important, so that'll be stated to, probably Sebago Tex. You can't hear me?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. And also, I'm gonna bring up the fact that, we do not need a planner contract for Sebago Tex now that we have our town planner in-house. And again, this allows, obviously, the Sebago Tex is involved in a lot of projects, and we've had to gone off to other planners. So this allows Christina to make those decisions as well. So it's gonna save a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of mishaps. So we're looking forward to hopefully saving some cash. So that will go out tomorrow by Michael. This was given to him right before, I mean, oh my God, I'm gonna,
Reset.
God damn it. This is
Reset
gonna go
her
out
head.
tomorrow by John. I'm not used to saying that.
Johnny.
Yeah,
Johnny
I'm gonna call you Johnny. All right, select board. Rich, well, first of all, just real quick, just for everyone's, the executive session this evening, we are not holding it. Amy was not able to come. She had to collect more information. So we are going to ask her to show up at the next select board meeting, which is on March 17th. So she was not prepared. So we decided to hold off on that. So there will be no executive session this evening. You guys heard that down there? We have our own meeting.
Phil was interested in floating a question, and I discouraged it.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Well, I'm in the middle of talking, so I'm going to ask politely if the board could respect that, and then we can go into the select board part, and everyone can have a moment to speak.
I was reading along with you.
Okay, now it's your time to speak, Richard. Do you have anything to add to this evening?
Amy was going to come and talk to us, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. He asked me a question, I answered. Amy was going to talk to us about some stuff, and I guess
Legalities,
because
yes.
it's executive session, I shouldn't be talking about it right now.
Amy was going to come to talk about some legalities, attorney-client consultations, and
Right.
unfortunately, she didn't have all the information, so she's coming next week, next
Some of
time.
the things I wanted to talk about are not appropriate without being in an executive session.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Phil?
Yeah, I've got a group of things, and some of it's from the meeting we had last night on the comp plan. So I'll run down through that. This is just informative, but it's sort of a question at the same time on spending some funds for some things that are needed in there. And somebody would disagree with my list probably, but this is the best I can do. So I guess Garrett is in charge of the comp plan. He's the go-to person, at least that's what came out of last night's meeting.
I wasn't at the meeting last night, so I guess.
That would be a John question, I think.
So is
John, you weren't at the meeting last night.
I was
right?
not, no.
Is Garrett handling the communication, so to speak, from everybody on the comp plan?
I'm gonna say yes, and if that changes tomorrow, I'll let you know.
Okay.
As far as I
He was
know, he
appointed.
is.
Yeah.
At the initial
Because
meeting.
there needs to be a point person
Yes.
for all the information, all the surveys and everything to go to for that committee. So if that does change, everybody needs to know, that's all.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
The other thing that came up under that is there was talk of putting signage up around town in various places to let people know the process is happening. There was talk of a mailing to every taxpayer, so no taxpayer can show up next June and say, I didn't know this, type of thing. There was discussion of handouts and surveys being copied and so forth. And we have a budget. This was kind of a question too. There were two pieces of the budget, I believe. Last year was 50, this year it's 25. Does that ring a bell? Does that make sense with everybody?
75, you said?
75.
We had 75, I believe, that was allotted to this, but
Right.
now where is North Star in this process? Because
They're approximately 50 of that, which leaves
So we have
money
additional
for
funds.
signs and mailings and getting this thing in gear and getting it out there.
Mhm.
I just want to know who has the authority to approve that. And it may be a vote that we have to
Well,
do.
it might have to be a vote.
It was a
I'd have to-
warrant
I'd have
item, I believe.
it's under the warrant item.
So if it was, we need to authorize that expenditure for,
By Garrett,
by
for the town
Garrett,
manager.
by Garrett, everything should come to one person. And if it's gonna be
They'll
Garrett.
have to document it and come to us, I would think.
Yeah, to ask for the funds.
Yep.
Because the 25 this year was a warrant item. I've checked that already.
Yep.
I don't have the number for you, Carolyn, but it's in there.
It's probably something that they should come to us with a number for the next meeting.
So Garrett should get
Garrett.
the information and then
Give
Garrett.
it to the
So
town
it's-
manager or
It's under 24,
I
but it's
don't think-
$50,000.
What's that?
There's two of them. Undesignated fund, redeem, unspent fiscal year, for
I
reserve.
think this year it was 25 and that made it go from 50. We carried
Select board appropriate
carried 50 from last year.
$50,000, deemed advisable fund, professional services expenses for the comprehensive plan updated. So I have 50,000 on article number 24.
And you're saying, I thought North Star was charging us 75, but you're saying they're charging us 50?
That was my understanding. And
I
that
thought
left
they were
some money.
75.
75.
I thought it was
Well,
75.
maybe it is. That needs to be verified.
Yeah, I thought
I think we
it was
need to hear
75.
something from North Star, what they want, what direction,
Have
and
you-
go through our person.
Yeah, are there any bills or receipts that they've given to us so far?
I haven't seen anything yet.
And
No.
maybe you could reach out to them
Bill,
and just.
Bill's got a question.
There's
Yeah,
gotta be,
Bill's talking.
I know North Star has a contract.
It was 50.
It was 50,000?
Right, but I
That's what I
believe-
thought.
But I believe the year before in the CIP, there was money that was started to raise.
There was
that
50
as well.
there last year and 25 this
I
year.
would-
That was my understanding.
I would like you to reach out and just get their information. Yeah, just on the new town manager, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we probably need it, yeah, have a discussion, but I believe they have a contract, I have a copy of
Yeah.
it.
Do you want a motion to have him reach out?
No, I can just reach out.
Yeah,
You
I'm
just
fine
reach
with that
out.
too.
But what we need is a
Yep.
vehicle, whatever it turns out to be, whatever makes everybody happy, to be able to spend some of that money to promote the system and do notification.
Yeah, they
Just
I
should,
gotta-
have that go through Garrett.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fine with that.
No,
That's
I'm
great.
I'm just
Yeah.
confirming
Okay.
that, yeah, all of that would go
It
through him.
seemed
I
like
got
that's where
I
the
got a
meeting.
flyer in the mail today for it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did everybody get?
I don't know, I got a flyer in the mail today.
I did not.
What was
We
it?
did not. We did not.
No, I did not.
No, we haven't
Okay.
got one yet.
All
right.
If you're in time, it's our mail.
So we'll, you got a punch.
I got a P.O. box.
Anyway, that.
All right, so you got a punch
It'd be great to
list.
sort that out and find out what I'd like to do is give Garrett an amount by this board, because it should be a motion by this board, it's a warrant item, to spend up to a certain amount for mailings and all the signs and all of the miscellaneous stuff that's gonna happen on that committee.
I thought that Northeast was gonna handle that
North
stuff,
Star.
that
North
avenue.
Well,
No,
that's
North
the
Star.
question.
I have their contract at home, so
Yeah.
we should.
I need to look at
pull the
that, but
contract.
otherwise I
Yeah.
think we need the contract, it's
Yeah.
gonna be,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay.
we need some clarification on that to be able to move forward.
That's fine.
So that's, the other thing I want to say is, do we have a schedule for all these committees? The road, the beach? Is there going to be a schedule put out?
I just talked to I just talked to Michael John.
Michael John.
I'm gonna work with Letitia to get the first meeting set up for beach.
Yeah.
So maybe you wanna somebody wants to do that for road and
I
work
can
with.
do it. I can do that.
Okay. So I'll touch base with you tomorrow, Letitia, and we'll get that going, because I think we need to get
Yeah.
going.
Same, Letitia.
Okay, the one last thing I have is, we continue to have a situation here where on a given day, I don't talk loud enough and the people in back can't hear me. Somebody else on another night. But I think it's really important that whatever anybody on the board says can be heard throughout the room. And I suggest we get a set of microphones and speakers for this room. That's it. Thank you.
It is hard sometimes to hear you guys.
What do you call it?
We call what?
Make a motion?
No, we can't, no, we have to put it on the next,
So what-
we'd have to put it on there to have a motion.
Yeah.
Scott, do you have anything to add?
Not tonight.
Okay. Susan?
I'm good with me.
Okay, and I'm also
Okay.
tonight. We do have a line item for boards and committees if needed. I know we kind of just talked about that. I'm going to talk to John about maybe moving that line item up.
Yeah.
And, because that shouldn't be down that low.
Okay.
So, we'll, and there's no one here anyways from the boards and committees, well, there's the name, but it's, you guys have just started, so.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go into public comment. This is an opportunity for members of the public to comment on agenda items, non-agenda items, or contribute information that may be of interest to the select board. Please wait to be recognized and identify yourself before speaking. This is not time to register complaints. Matters related to personnel or boards will not be heard or discussed. Comment time is limited to 2 minutes per speaker. Is there anybody in the audience that have anything to add? I didn't doubt it. Karen.
So this last piece about matters related to personnel or boards will not be heard or discussed, is committees involved in that? That's a semantics issue,
Well,
but
it depends.
my question
No,
is
well,
related to that.
it depends, I guess. Let's start. What's the,
When you are on a committee and you are elected as an officer of that committee,
Yeah.
are you protected by the town from any ramifications from that?
No.
I
I don't think so.
don't think so.
I doubt it.
The town manager is under the town's umbrella, but I don't think any of us board committees, any of us are, like,
Yeah.
if, I don't,
We are.
are you
We
sure?
are, the selectmen are,
Okay,
because we're elected.
but the rest of us, the rest of you?
The rest of-
I don't think so.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
That's all I was looking for, was
Well,
clarification.
the other piece of
so-
that is,
That
it's
was
an
it.
ad hoc,
What we-
basically an ad hoc committee,
Take
and there's-
baseball bat to
you
the
don't
next
get to
meeting?
make decisions.
Now, this is referring to budget committee where I was elected, does that matter? Is there any difference?
An elected?
Yeah, you were an elected official.
Well, I think we need to look at that, because
If
do
you're
you know
elected,
the
the
answer?
bylaws-
No,
good.
we'd have to reach out to
Yeah.
MMA. I'd have to reach out to MMA on that.
Because you are elected, yeah.
Letitia, do you know anything on that?
I don't,
Okay.
not enough to speak.
I was just curious.
I mean, what are you concerned about? Anything vocal? Are you about accountability towards the budget?
No, I'm secretary, and I know there was a secretary on another board that was sued. And I just want
For
to make sure
taking
my
notes?
butt is covered.
For taking notes?
Yes,
In this town?
Really?
yes.
That's interesting.
In this
So I
town?
just- Yes.
So,
When?
I mean, I would suppose that,
So everything is recorded.
Yes.
yeah,
It's a budget committee, it's an advisory committee only, am I correct?
no, because budget committees are appointed by the.
Right, but they're only advisory.
I mean, elected, I'm sorry, they are elected.
They're elected, but they're only advisory, they can make no decisions.
Correct.
No, they're not a voter.
Right, you
That's
can't make any
correct.
decisions because it's gotta go
So you should
through.
be bond.
Right, and your motions and seconds and everything is recorded.
Well, that happened on the previous, the one that got sued.
I don't think anybody knows what you're talking about, if
No.
someone
Yeah, I
gets
don't know.
sued, so.
Yeah.
When it got sued,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows.
I'd rather not share her name,
No, but
Okay, but they
when
got sued?
did this
For what?
happen?
but
For
I
what?
think we know about it.
I think we would too.
Yeah, all right, well,
Apparently not.
Apparently
When did this
not.
happen?
within the past 2 years.
2 years.
really?
Okay, so was it for taking notes or was it for something else that happened and she
It was
just happened to be the
Specific to
secretary?
taking notes, to being secretary, and that just kind of set me aback. And I just wanted to clarify, make sure my butt is covered.
I've never heard anyone be
I've
sued
never
for
heard
taking
of
notes,
that.
but
At any
It doesn't
time.
maybe
make
messing
sense.
with the notes, but not,
It doesn't make much sense.
it doesn't
Well,
make
it's
much
like
sense.
the
I'm
teacher
sure
said
that,
it's
the-
Unless she
recorded.
did not take
I
accurate
mean, if there's
notes.
not accurate notes or
Or she wrote
negligence
something
or
and
or
they-
docking the notes,
But it's
Yeah.
recorded.
but it's being recorded,
Yeah,
so
it's
I
being
think we're
recorded,
covered.
so
Okay.
I'm quite confused
I'm-
myself.
Okay,
Just looking for some clarification,
yep,
that's all.
no. Anybody else have anything?
I'll let him go first.
Okay.
Adam Nappy, Stickney Hill Road. I'm here to meet the new town manager tonight, and I also just want to go over one email that was sent to me regarding this meeting, and it just said the land known as Stickney Road is going to be scheduled to be discussed at the March 3rd, 2026 Select Board meeting. And this is after 18 months of back and forth, trying to get some clarification, I guess, from the board on said road, and we haven't been able to move forward from that since. And so I just came to this meeting to see if you guys would discuss it at all.
Who the email come from? Town manager?
Yes.
Okay. I know that John's been briefed on it, and there's definitely being discussions on it internally here. I think he's being brought up to speed on it. So it's not being thrown under the rug, I'm gonna tell you that.
Okay. Well,
So, but I know he came in hot on with the budget people coming in here, the auditors, and Michael really tried to make things as easy, but there is a discussion this week on that. So, I don't know why he would put that out there, so, but I know unfortunately we did not have our council come in tonight, so we really can't go anywhere
So
with
most
it.
likely it would have been in an executive session.
We probably would have had that discussion in the executive session with the board.
And is there ever going to be a discussion with the abutters of the road?
I personally don't have all the details. I know that I'm actually personally coming in tomorrow to be brought up to speed as well.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the previous town manager, we were previous on some stuff. So I just need to make sure that, but it's not going under the rug. I will tell you that.
Well, I appreciate that. Should we come in and be a part of this meeting?
I think he is, from my understanding, between the town manager and the CEO, they talked briefly about it, and they are gonna have a meeting. He has to be brought up to speed. He knows this much. So, he knows of it, but I'm not gonna speak for you, but that's the conversation we had before tonight's meeting.
Okay, you asking it if at some point in time that's gonna be taken up in public, or?
It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be in public or not, it's been a long time and we've been very patient. And communication back and forth is hit or miss. So I would just like to maybe speak to the entire board, yourself, the CEO, everybody all at once, so we can kind of get a direction and move forward.
Okay.
We could probably set that up in a
We could
meeting.
probably set that up on the next meeting, because we do not have that in our meeting.
We probably have
agenda.
to talk to Amy about it.
Yes,
So
we have
we'll have
legal
to,
here,
talk with council on that. and
We'd have to
I don't
be-
know where the council part is, that's why I'm afraid, I'm not afraid to, I don't want to answer anything out of line, because I just don't know where she's at or what has been brought to her. So we really need to speak to council first.
We'd have to go through.
So, John, I
should be
think
speaking.
it would be smart to probably reach out to Amy on that
Yes, I'm making a
prior
note
to
right
that, and
now.
then we can,
Yep.
Gentlemen, I have some questions to ask.
okay.
It depends on.
It
legal.
depends on, it depends on,
Madam,
Be careful.
it
You
it
can't-
depends.
You may compromise your vote.
this is public record,
Okay.
just to set the stage. What are the taxes on your piece of property at the end of Stickney Road?
Off the top of my head, almost $4,000.
Almost $5,000.
Yeah, maybe you're right, yeah.
How long have you been trying to get this Stickney Road resolved so you can build a house?
Well, Richard, you're on assumption that we can't go down that path.
Well, it's a question.
I understand that's a question, but it's
It's
something where it
legal.
could put us
You
in,
can't
we
be-
don't know where legal is with this.
How long
You
ago did you
compromise
buy
with
this
yourself.
lot?
5 years.
This is fault.
End of question.
Shut it down.
Thank you. I will converse with him, and then somebody will reach out to you.
Thank you.
I know you've been waiting patiently. I actually came in and asked the question tonight.
I appreciate that. Do I have a time frame when someone's gonna be reaching out to me?
As soon as he can get a hold of the lawyer.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, anything she shares with me that's not confidential, I can share.
Thank you, John.
We would like, I'm Scott, we'd like to speak with you, but it would be with legal counsel,
Yeah,
and
we have
that
to do
would
it
be
with
how
legal.
we'll have to do it. The full board would like to be a part of that.
Yeah.
That's totally fine by me.
Yep,
Yep.
thank you, Adam.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Phil?
Just to go off what Mr. Lowe was talking about in regards to microphones, it'd be nice to have some type of intercom system. It was brought up several years ago at the
Yes.
old town hall.
Yep.
I didn't know where that stood. I thought it was.
I thought we were gonna get that with,
I thought we were gonna do it without.
ARPA funds, I thought it
Right,
was.
so those ARPA funds have already been accounted for and
Yep.
completed, so there's a lot of events that happen down there.
Yep.
It's getting used more and more. I think the town needs to invest in some type of
And a call.
decent sized system down there, especially for town
I
meetings,
agree.
special town meetings. but
With
not
it
just
being
that, but
budgeting
also-
time, it might be a good idea to,
I agree, and that one could come
Microphones
up
down
here.
there?
yeah,
That one's
that's like
inadequate.
Region TV, I
Say
think.
it again?
I'd say that one's inadequate for down there. That one could possibly come up here.
Right, there needs to be a fairly decent sized
Yep.
system down there,
I
but
agree.
not just for town meeting, but for or for basketball or any other events. 'Cause I know the gym's getting used quite a bit with the rec department, and it's something that I think it's an investment for long term.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we need to spend a little bit of money for something down there. because
Makes sense.
It's not just for town meeting, but for any special events that somebody rents the hall for.
We could have a karaoke night.
Like 2 weeks ago, you couldn't hear anybody.
The 200th anniversary, Carolyn was, you know.
Yeah.
I have a scream.
She's
I have a
loud.
big mouth, so.
She's pretty loud.
Were there
What I'm getting at is it's, you know, that was set up, you know, years ago as a basketball and there was probably intercoms at some point down there. But I think we need to look at really investing in the long-term usage and the ability for promoting it for venue or events such as, you know, bingo or, you know,
Bingo. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's not.
I agree with both Phils.
Maybe that's something that,
The
you could have the
microphones that were down there, do you remember?
Is that like Region
Those are
TV that does that?
The
Put
what,
down
no,
there?
those are ours, right?
Yeah.
So is that what you're saying, it's gonna come up here, is
Well,
that
I-
where you were going with that?
Well, the problem is if you start lugging that stuff back and forth,
No,
it's
no, no, I
out
get
mixing
it.
it up,
But
but I
I-
think that one would be adequate
If you,
for here.
yes, I'm agreeing with
And
you.
we could save the money, not
That's why I
buy
was
two.
asking if we owned it, and then we could bring
We-
that up
we do
there.
own it.
Yeah, okay.
Then we could
Thank
put
you.
another one down there.
Yeah, thank
Take a
you.
look.
well,
And the technology has moved so far. I mean,
Yeah,
you
no, I get
You
it.
can have FM and speaker systems.
I mean, maybe that's something Cameron can look into.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
You can get the microphones that clip right on your shirt, you don't need all that stuff on your stage.
That would be good, yeah.
do that too.
Okay.
I just
So we
was
grab
adding part to that as well.
Oh, you're talking under your brow.
The other thing,
Careful.
Yeah, me. Be in jail.
the other thing down there that'd be nice to see is maybe some fans in the ceiling to help move some air around.
Yep.
There's nothing down there. gets awfully warm in there, especially when you're talking about June for town meeting.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see some decent sized fans to be installed down there.
Yeah, because that fan down there
There
is a
was-
death trap. I hope that's gone. That's a death trap, that fan down there.
That goes along the Mayflower, don't get rid of
That should
that.
be chucked, that should be thrown out.
It's a safety issue.
That's a safety thing. The safety committee should be all over that.
That's a nice,
One of the thoughts, and it would help with the AC, it might not be 100%, but if you put like 4 heat pumps, 2 on each side of that, it would help with the heat, number one, but it would help with the cooling on a hot meeting. And they're relatively quiet. These are running tonight, so.
Right, the biggest thing down there is just moving air.
Yeah, just
It
get the
is.
air moved.
And if we
Get
had
those
4 of
big
them,
prop
maybe
ones.
bigger than these, I don't know.
I like the fan
Somebody
thing
could tell
because I
us.
think that's.
they might lift the roof off.
Yeah.
Get big ones.
No, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. I think we should talk about that further. Bring it up. Karen?
While we're on the subject of the downstairs, we also need to look into replacing that curtain on the stage.
I've been there since I've been there.
And it shows, when you have to close
What are you
it,
saying?
it's revolting.
No, I know.
Well, you know what?
And that is a very.
That's building upkeep.
Yeah, but you know what? The floor's gonna need to be done first, before that.
The
That
floor
would be
down
cool.
there, the
Floor's
floor
bad.
down there needs to be done and refinished every 2 years,
Yeah.
at
Which
least.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Rich Bean Cooley.
So I
did
guess
while
we're gonna
he
have
was
to talk about
temporary,
that.
wasn't he?
Who's
I'm pretty sure
responsible?
Rich Bean Cooley, when he was interim rec director.
Yeah,
Isn't that under the rec?
it needs to be done, it ain't been done in a couple of
But
years.
that-
Last time it was done, I was there.
But that's in the rec budget.
Yeah, I think
Should-
the rec has to get
That should
involved
be in
in
the
this.
building budget.
That should be in that building's budget. Trust me, cause I took the old floor out of there and I'm telling you, I don't ever wanna see that floor look like that floor.
I
The
think
curtain looks
the rec
absolutely
needs to get involved.
horrible.
Yeah.
And with the school using it for their concerts and whatnot, we don't need a.
You might not even be able to get the right kind of curtain for that thing anymore, that's an old setup.
Do you need a
But-
curtain?
Why do we need a curtain?
Thank you. That's
I don't
just-
know what
Because
the
it's
hell we need a
not
curtain
even rec
for.
stuff
I think we
from
need floors
everyone
before a
else.
curtain, personally.
When we were setting up for the birthday celebration, it was a lot of, let's hide things behind the curtains.
It's always been that.
We do that for town meeting as well. You know, they just have to get shoveled behind so they can't be seen from the audience kind of thing.
I don't
It's
think
visual.
Necessary.
I don't think it's mandatory. I think it's a nice
It's
thing
not
to
like we're
have.
having
It
plays.
is, it's a nice thing to have, and if I recall, I believe someone sitting over on the side of the room has done a little bit of research and found out it wouldn't cost that much to replace it.
Okay.
You could find a curtain for that? Somebody sitting on this side of the room, Letitia?
This
Just find some
Letitia.
people to fix it.
You could find a curtain that will work on that?
Oh, there was to ask
Got another
possibly
hand.
Carolyn if WB Mason, if they do that.
Curtains?
Yeah.
I don't know if they,
Okay.
I can make a call tomorrow. I'll make a call tomorrow and ask, but I don't know that answer.
You got a
It
couple
is
more
a
hands?
stage
I know.
curtain, so-
Don't you need the dimensions too?
It doesn't matter. I don't know if they do it or not. Claudia, I can call them.
While you're talking about the town hall, I don't know if it had been addressed, but after the Christmas breakfast with Santa, reported that one of the toilets was rocking, which is not usually a good thing.
Can we fix that?
Is that being fixed?
I don't know.
It was mentioned, it was talked about, I thought it was getting
Should have
fixed as
accepted.
well.
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know the
that
answer. I'd have to
Somebody
look
said
up.
you did a whole
Thank you.
survey of that.
Phil,
Just make
did you
sure
have something else too?
okay.
Yeah, I just had, well, kind of a two-part thing. One, as far as the curtain, I'd reach out to Lake Region High School where they have their auditorium, see where they got theirs. Because the other thing is, me and the cameras could probably make something. It's right in Naples.
Yep.
And as far as, to go back on the town hall, it might not be a bad idea to look into a Connex box for storage, because there's like no storage in that place. You know, things are getting stuffed in every different corner, the stage is being used as storage, but maybe a 20-foot Connex box might not be a
Yeah.
bad idea to have down there
For rec stuff.
overflow.
Yep,
Because there is no storage down there.
that's a good idea, Phil.
So, thank you.
The closet downstairs that the Lions store their stuff in for breakfast for Santa, they told me they've got mice in there chewing the stuff.
Oh, awesome.
In the old selectmen's park?
Nice too.
Downstairs, the
Yeah,
closet downstairs.
that's the old selectmen's office.
Does anyone ever go through that building? And just to take account of things that might need to be repaired.
Public Works
before
is
it's
supposed to.
open to the public.
Building maintenance is.
Building maintenance, so
It's public
that,
works.
that should, yeah, I guess,
I think
well, we get a hold of Jim.
I think
Probably
Garrett
should
brings
have
stuff up though.
Yep, get
Well,
start
it's
talking about
Public
this
Works
stuff.
is all the
Yeah, I know,
building
but I think
maintenance.
Garrett, if he's down there, I think he brings stuff back.
Oh,
It's probably Jim's responsibility, but I think Garrett
Yeah.
will mention if he sees stuff.
Well, I
Not
just
Garrett,
went-
Cameron.
I just went through it or Monday when we did extinguishers for the entire town. So, and it's, there's stuff all over the place. And it'd be nice to see it kind of grouped up.
Skipped up.
Who doesn't make, who's,
Pulled up in one location instead of in.
Something that makes
different
sense.
Areas or.
yeah,
and that, you know as well as I do on the fire side, that loose stuff like that is a fire hazard. If it, God forbid, it ever caught on fire, it's a place you get entrapped. It's not good.
The other thing is this table stored in the electrical panel room where the fuel is. and
Yeah, it shouldn't ever happen.
There's not supposed to be anything in there.
No, it's safety hazard.
That's a violation of Department of Labor.
Yeah,
has that been removed?
No.
no, it's been there.
Flag should be gone through.
Guess,
Somebody should be paying attention
that
to
committee
that.
needs to pay, yeah, that committee needs to get on
But
board.
the other, and one more thing, just to go off on the, not to go off, but the town building, the plastic tables have slowly been getting used quite a bit. I think it's time to invest in some more down there.
Yep.
The wooden ones are heavy, dangerous, and the plastic ones are, they get used, and it's time to start, I think, recycling some in. We do breakfast down there with them because they're clean. We can sanitize them real quick, but we noticed last year that there's not as many as there used to be because they've either been broken or have been relocated somewhere else, but I think it's time to throw a little bit of money, you know, $1,000 to $2,000 to purchase another dozen or so plastic tables.
Which is why the Lions didn't have enough for breakfast with Santa, they were telling me. We've just lost stuff over time.
We talked about this at someplace. Did we talk about the tables before?
But it doesn't get,
No, that's what I'm saying, is we talked about it before, so I think we need to address it, yeah.
Because I know there is a line item for that building for maintenance, and that's where you can pull it from.
Yeah, the line item, yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, someone second that?
Second.
All in favor?
Here,
Meeting's over at 7:32.
Bill, strike, will you sign this?